everybody 2-0 in 20 minutes. Yeah,
Don't say
that's just be a little bit more direct, you know. Looking at the odds here, Secret slightly favored from our sponsors over at 1xBet, but not by a lot. I mean, when you look at these two teams, yesterday you said that Secret should be looking better than MOUZ. Do you still feel the same way when you've had a night to sleep and think about it?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like at the end of the day, they're also the team with a new player, right? So I think just having that experience in an actual official match, this is their first official match, their official matches yesterday. I feel like in general, Secret should be the favorites, but you know, MOUZ they looked okay, and they're all like everyone's experimenting with picks, so it's also kind of hard to gauge how well they're gonna look because they might just stop picking Jug, right? MOUZ lost one game with it. Secret, they were trying to force the Ember. Just by having a better drafts, we could see a totally different team when it actually comes to the series.
Okay, so we saw Group A. The picks weren't too different from what happened yesterday in Group B as well that we were watching, because we didn't really have the time to put that much thought into Group A itself. Have you seen anything in particular that you liked from Group A that you think some of these teams are going to be implementing? And do you even think that these teams were looking at those games, or maybe just kind of scouting pubs of their opponents, or something along those lines?
I mean, I disagree that the picks were that close. Like, I was seeing a lot of Wyvern. I was seeing a lot of Storm going through. Klinks being banned first phase on Group A. I actually feel like the drafts were pretty different. And I'm curious to see how much Group B is going to try and, let's say, land or copy from Group A. After all, they do play first. And maybe, you know, there's some ideas there that we might see implemented in the series.
I mean, you're right. There is Fishman and His Undying, but I'm looking at Storm Spirit was still highly contested. The Centaur was there, the Dark Willow was there, Rubik's, Slardar's, Axes, right? That's kind of what I was looking at. But yeah, I do see some of the picks that we didn't see here. Let's see if these guys have picked up on it. We won't be seeing an IO versus. You know, yesterday there were some series where we would think, yeah, IO might not be targeted, but this is not one of them.
Oh yeah, I mean that IO Razor, that OG play game one, that was so nasty. And you know, Razor is one hero that I guess we didn't talk about it too much because it did go through a couple of times. It feels like an incredible hero. When I looked at the new changes to it, I was like, all right, the hero didn't change that much, but surprisingly, the hero seems stronger than it used to be. And I'm not entirely sure why. You know, I think I have to watch more games. But I'm totally down for this Razor being banned, especially when you're playing in Secret. They have multiple Razor players.
While we are waiting for the draft, we have a nice QR code here for our viewers to scan. Sometimes you have to use the promo code to write it yourself, but we've automated everything for you, so just scan that one, and it's gonna be taking you where you need to go, as there will be a Venge ban as well. I'm still hoping for a Battle Fury Vengeful Spirit. That has been, you know, my wet dream ever since I've read the patch notes.
I want to see a Basher Venge canceling a Black Hole. That's all I need. That's all I need for this tournament. And, you know, I want to see Enigma as well, because I was hyping up that hero, and we are yet to see it.
Nobody cares.
The hero will show up, man. It's just that they draft the Gyrocopter at the right time. They're always thinking about the Enigma. That's why it doesn't come through, right? You need the right circumstances, and there you go. That Storm that I think is undefeated, at least yesterday. That's true.
I mean, we had one game of it. I guess it was played a little bit more in Group A, but most of the times it was banned out for a good reason. Tossing your Remnant to them is a big deal, as there will be a Lesh on the other side. Seems like these mana-hungry heroes are very popular nowadays.
Yeah, looking at it, Storm lost one game and VP played, but besides that game, he is 4-1 right now in the tournament. So definitely a super strong one. Leshrac being a very interesting response, even when IO is banned. So MOUZ still feeling like the hero is good enough to be in that mid lane. And this is probably going to be our mid matchup, right? They're just securing these OP heroes, and we're going to see the other cards being picked up later.
Do you think they're really OP, or that people just aren't used to what they're doing at the moment?
I think they're very good. Are there better heroes that they didn't try out? Possibly.
Yeah.
But they're definitely like above average. You know, Puck just seems so bad right now. There's a couple of heroes that either are too different from their original form so that we can actually have a based opinion on it, or just like downgrades from what they used to be. And oh, there you go. They're gonna steal the Rubik that we actually saw Secret utilize really well with Shishak. I like this.
Yeah, Shishak was playing incredibly well with Rubik, and sometimes Rubik is like a great test of how good your position 4 is, because it tests everything. It tests your laning phase, which Rubik can be very strong and very weak in, and it kind of tests your view of the team fight and what the key parts of it are, because Rubik has so many options to kind of go about a team fight, and Shishak really did well, so that's why I have a lot of expectations of him today.
I also like the instant disable here against the Storm. Maybe they can even pick another one, because Leshrac definitely doesn't offer that unless you go for Youth Scepter. But in general, even like against AAs, we saw every game Kai into Bloodstone. So not expecting, if it is going to be Supreme playing any deviations from that formula as they get the bird.
And I guess Axe, you go?
You could go Slaughter if you want to, because you already have the Phoenix on your side. I like having, this damage amp on heroes like Leshrac. You just like 4-shot the pony and he dies.
Yeah, but nobody at the moment is going to be utilizing the Corrosive Haze all that much. Storm gets some of the right clicks in, but it's half-half between physical and magical damage. That's why I was thinking Axe. Though, yeah, Boom has played a ton of Axe and a ton of Slardar in pubs lately.
Yeah, I definitely like both. If you want to, you can pick your other support if you want to hold that, and they will pick this, I guess, flex hero. It's also a counter to the Phoenix, so it does make sense to have it.
Yep. So what about the facets of the Snapfire? This is the first one that we're seeing, you and me, in Group B here. So which one is the favored one?
Well, let me look at the facets, because, as you said, it's the first time. I personally think that Full Bore seems better for support. Because, Ricochet is all about just being in a position to right-click a lot and use your damage to bounce off of other heroes. So I think Full Bore seems better. But, if it's going to be Core Snapfire, maybe it's we're going to see the Ricochet. Ricochet 2. I don't know what it's called. Ricochet 2. But anyways.
I have no idea. I guess because two pellets actually ricochet, right? So that makes sense.
Okay.
Right?
All right, makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I like the changes, and I think this hero might be a better core than it used to be, because you actually get base damage per shot, which means you don't need to wait all that long until 2025 to feel like the spell scales with you. And they also increased the base damage by 4. Like this is huge for laning stages. We can pretty much be sure that Storm's going to be mid, so I think the best role, if it's going to be a core, is offlane here, and Boom would be playing it.
I still think it's a support, right? Because I'm looking at the Phoenix, I want something to protect the egg, because they have nothing, and unless you're picking something like a Faceless Void on your carry roll, I would assume that Boom is going to be the one to protect the egg with an Axe, with a Slaughter is okay, Mars, something along those lines.
Yeah, it's nice to have something to protect it. And at least from Dota 2 Pro Tracker, there's pretty much no one playing Core Snapfire right now. So it's probably, as you said, going to be that support with the Greaves, which is the build. Like every position 5 just rushes Greaves every game. It's been pretty interesting to see how this item ended up developing to something like that actually people want to buy. A lot of people had criticisms that it doesn't have any stats, that it doesn't feel like a good item, and they will go for this Darkseer pick. All right. We saw this with Boom, right? They used the Iron Shell on the track, and he looked amazing.
Yep, and I mean, you benefit from the movement speed so much, you benefit from the auras so much in this game. Oh, there's my boy. Okay, so there it is. The players are gonna have more info than, or info that we are not going to have. When we see MOUZ just standing around runes, you're gonna know that it's gonna be spawning there. But they might just be baiting, right? They bring in 3 heroes on one side, then Secret are like, yeah, the rune is gonna be bottom, and you go there and suddenly the rune is on the top lane.
Yeah, that's very cool. I'm kind of confused though. Why would you pick Oracle into Storm when you already probably expect both of these heroes to be support, so there's nothing dispelling your darks here. Like, I'm not sure I understand what the purpose of this Oracle is. Like, yeah, you can ult the Leshrac and everything, but is it that necessary? Like, I feel like Storm's just gonna kill this Oracle every fight, and they don't have a lot of tools to protect him.
Not really, yeah, you're right. I mean, maybe that's the idea here for MOUZ. We still don't know which carry they're gonna go for, but they might go for a hero that really wins the laning stage, something like a troll. And then you're just gonna go with this death ball 20 minutes in, where you have Pipe Mech on the Darkseer, Oracle hiding in the trees, and Troll plus Lesh standing in front without any chances of being pushed back. So might be just an idea that they've developed, right? It doesn't have to be that the Oracle in itself is a good hero for the game, but it actually became a ton better when there's an Ursa on the other side, because the Ursa hates playing versus the Oracle. You purge off his overpower, you disarm him, it's hella annoying to play.
Yeah, it does go both ways. I feel like when the Ursa is farmed enough, you just jump the Oracle and you four-shot him, but in a game where it's kind of even, that can definitely happen. You just dispel that, you can disarm the Ursa, he's forced to OT for that or commit BKB. I do like the X-Band at the end of the day. You did mention, you know, the protection of the egg being something important. They can't pick a Void anymore because this Ursa is already here. What else could they use? I guess Arena is available, right? If you maybe want to ban Mars here.
That one, I think Arena would even be better when there is an Oracle available. If you can get him inside, then he doesn't see his teammates, he cannot ulti them, and then you can make sure that you kill people outside of it as well. Are very good versus the Lesh, versus the Darkseer, who don't necessarily get their BKBs and are pretty speedy running around the fight.
Yeah, I like it. They do ban Slaughter at the end of the day. As you said, it is one of the heroes Brim has been playing quite a bit. And they also take the Jug. Not really a matchup that's great against Ursa, to be honest. And also here they got nerfed. But they did play 2 times this Jug in the other game. So just going for comfort here. Banning comfort of MOUZ.
So what is it there? The CK is
Life
in the
Stealer?
pool?
CK is in the pool. Lifestealer's in the pool. I mean, I like Lifestealer against Phoenix. It's not the greatest matchup against Ursa, but we saw Eggs being pretty annoying, right? Because the status resistance of Ursa doesn't really deal with the Eggs that well. You lane well against the Centaur.
He also plays a lot of Wind Ranger, right? Is that maybe a hero to go for? They're going to go for the Sven. I know you hate this.
I mean, I think the hero's pretty bad right now. I think... Honestly, looking at the heroes MOUZ has, I mean, Darkseer Leshrac is really good dispatch. Don't get me wrong, but this Oracle's fan gives me not a lot of confidence. I feel like that lane is pretty weak. I think Boom's gonna have a really good game, and Crystallis vs Darkseer should be a pretty good lane for the Ursa as well. I feel like Team Secret has better lanes. I feel like I think they are the better team, at least from the results we had yesterday. I'm going with Secret.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I'm just not sure about this Sven. For me, that lane of MOUZ needed a very strong carry to play with the Oracle to make this hero okay, because he's always gonna have that laning phase problems on the hero no matter what. So I'm not sure how well the lane is gonna do, and if you lose the lanes with this kind of an Oracle lineup, then you might just get ran down. These lineups, they need to have formation to stay in front, and if that doesn't happen, it just gives you so many angles to maneuver with the Ursa, with the Storm, and the Centaur to get into the back lines.
Yeah, that's my problem, I think, with the Oracle that they have. You have 2 heroes, both the Leshrac and the Darkseer, that want to walk and like they're super fast and mobile, and they want to kind of latch onto someone. And this Oracle has to, first of all, follow them, which is hard because his move speed's lower. But he's just going to be open for the Centaur with Stampede, for the Storm with Ball Lightning to find him. I think it's going to require a lot of finesse and a lot of like map awareness on how he approaches these fights. Also, I mean, if they can take good fights in places with tree lines and where they have wards, it can work out. It just seems like a much harder to execute lineup.
And Sven went for the armor facet, you know?
Okay.
And that means that in the laning phase, he's gonna be even weaker, right?
Yeah. I mean, but his base damage gets taken by 25 if he gets the other one. So I think both are really bad in the lane. That's one of the many problems I have with this hero.
Wait.
Like he gets minus 25 base
no,
damage.
it's this talent. Yeah, that I'm saying he took the damage
Oh.
talent, right? So the other one is the defensive one. So he took the minus 25 talent.
So
the
with
facet,
double Gauntlets of Strength, Circlet, and Quelling Blade, he has 60. So, well, all right. Let's see how this is gonna pan out. I mean, if he does get to play this late, you know, this hero scales a bit more. Sure. I just feel like the Ursa matchup's great against him, regardless of the position in the game.
Do you think the odds reflect well what's gonna be happening here in the game when you look at it, or is it just secret favorites through and through from your perspective?
Yeah, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I would say, like, to me, this game is 75-25 for Secret. I feel like they have a sizable advantage.
That is a huge one. I still see if Secret makes a bit of a blunder in the laning phase, which it's not easy, right? Storm is gonna be okay in the lane no matter what. The Lash is annoying too. He wins, but you should be fine. But I have a hard time seeing how the Centaur and the Snapfire don't just crush it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a classic lane. Snapfire is even stronger in lane now with the buffs to... I guess the attack range did get reduced, but, you know, 4 base damage is always nice. I wonder if actually Max... Like, what's the build now? He does have Scatter Blast, so we might not see the, you know, Max Little Shredder we're seeing pre-736. It was pretty... When Snapfire showed up, which was not that quite common, I've seen a lot of Max Little Shredder, even when you're playing support.
I mean, with full board, there's actually no
Yeah,
not to go that round. It's the further you are from it, the more damage you take, right? So it is gonna be a big deal. Let's look at this mid lane a bit. Storm likes to get close and personal. Lesh likes heroes that like to get close and personal. So in general, Supreme should have a slight advantage here. But Corden is being very aggressive, and his aggression might give him every single creep in the first wave. That's actually a nice start.
Yeah, this is a pretty interesting matchup. Like, I think both sides could potentially kill each other. There's not a lot of matchups nowadays that you get to see solo kills. But, you know, sometimes Storm just gets you off guard. He gets the Remnant, pulls you in. Sometimes, though, you don't kill the Leshrac and Edict just does a ton of damage, you know, level 3, level 5.
We've been having a lot of solo mid kills throughout this patch. It usually happens when when changes happen, because people are focused on some things other than Dota, and then we see a lot of problems that come out. Narman is gonna get slowed down. Here comes Crystallis as well with the Blood Grenade. Narman is gone. He's gonna be reducing the damage only of Puppey, so Crystallis gets himself a first blood. And this is what happens on Darkseer lanes, right? You try to make some shenanigans happen, and usually somebody has to pay for it.
And it's not only Darkseer lane, it's a Darkseer lane with a range support. So if it's already a weak lane, it gets even worse with having this Rubik. Usually I think Rubik kind of enables a lot of offlaners. I don't think Darkseer is on them.
I guess now when you have more damage, maybe you should just play the lane normally. Ursa is a hard hero to play the lane normally into, but in general he doesn't push out the wave nicely.
It's worth mentioning, Force got the non-attack speed facet. To me, that was a clear, all right, this is kind of a scary lane. I'm going to get the MOUZ speed on Darkseer. Very curious to see how he thinks he's going to be attacking with his right clicks this game. Because it doesn't sound straightforward to me, at least.
It is weird. I still don't know if this talent is good or not.
He wants the attack speed for the egg, right? He's gonna break the egg by himself.
Sure. Sure, boy. That's exactly what's going to happen. Because even in the game where Darkseer was crushing it with his quick wit facet, I didn't really see him auto-attacking. He was using the vacuum and just being a Darkseer, a normal one. So I'm very, very curious if we're gonna see Darkseer really punching people fast in the face.
I mean, I guess you siege better, right? If you win a fight, it's kind of like the old Timbersaw. A lot of people forget about this, but the nerf to strength, being strength instead of universal, means that he's worse in lane, but like you could easily have 250 base damage level 25 as Timbersaw. So when you want to fight, Timber like actually takes barracks by himself, whereas in the past you would have, I don't know, 130 maybe.
He's back to strength now, though.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a nerf to how much you can get out of the one fight as Timbersaw. And I think, as Darkseer, if you win a fight now, you might just get barracks by yourself if you're, 25 with this facet. But a lot of the times, it doesn't matter. Like, for you to get there, you need to win your lane. And so far, he has decent CS, but they're not winning that lane.
I mean, Force is having a decent time. In general, both of the offlaners are having a good time. The Sven is definitely having a bad time as the Oracle rotated top lane, going for the Ursa. Crystal is gonna be lifted up, not gonna be jumping away. Had so many stick charges to work with, and actually, the Purifying Flames will heal him, so you just have to heal through the burning, and then everything will be fine. Puppey, trying to fly away, goes into the hands of Narman, will be reducing his attack speed, and as a fairy far, Narman cannot finish him off. Even with the Fade Bolt, it wouldn't have been enough. A level 3 Phoenix is a hard hero to kill.
Ursa, though, he's being chased down to the ends of the world. He's losing creeps under tower. This is worse than dying, honestly. He lost like 2 waves of creeps under tower. Crystallis in some way always looks happy to me. Even when things are going bad for him, when I see him on camera, he seems like he's enjoying himself. And that was not an enjoyable moment for the Ursa whatsoever. I think that's a big part of being a great Dota player. Oh, Corden.
In trouble.
No
High ground
mana.
miss, not gonna happen, but he's fine. Yep, no mana on Supreme. He would have chased that one for sure.
Yeah, I think like being able to see, the best things out of the worst situations is really good for a Dota player. So if he is, that positive, I can see why, people love playing with him so much. I think, despite all the criticism he had, he's being favored by a lot of teams.
Good. This is a TI runner-up. He was second
Oh, yeah?
in TI, and people can say whatever they want. That is a very high
like Lex.
achievement.
Lex is a runner-up at TI. He was their.
No, did
what's
he
the
lose
name?
a? Did he lose a match that was like a show match?
No. He was their
That
spare
one?
player. He was their spare player on.
Oh, okay. Yep,
I
exactly.
didn't even know if that's a thing, but yeah, it's just a meme that people say he's second at TI as well.
Easy. Then somebody says that he doesn't know Dota. That like 4 or 5k MMR. I don't know. I wouldn't agree for sure. As a 1k goal lead for Secret, 6 minutes in, we're not getting too many kills. Force is being very annoying to Crystallis, and this Ursa not having the nicest of time. But in general, Secret are having a solid time as they get the haste room going for Supreme. Corden is dying still on the side. There will be a little shred to finish him up. Puppey is literally single-digit HPs. That is gonna be a fortune's end. Corden loses his haste room. Shishak will probably lose his life. Actually, nice ward, and the Purifying Flames. Bengen finishes him off with Narman, seeing Puppey, wanting to cancel that healing salve, will not be able to do so. Secret, lose a support, gain a core, are gonna be happy.
Corden being a part of those kills, surviving through it all. I don't even know who got the rune, but regardless.
Do you need to get the
slowly.
kill, or just be part of it to get the mana regen?
See, per kill, so I'm assuming you need to get the kill. Yeah, it's not like Slark where you just gotta be nearby.
It says Galvanized 6, and he has 5 bull. You get 5 when you get the level, so I'm gonna assume that it does work. Right? You lose
Okay,
3
well.
when you die. It would be dumb for you not to be getting 1 every single time.
It should at least say the AoE then, right? Because it doesn't specify anything. Like, is it a 2000 AoE? Is it like 200?
Well, we will get that. We will get to
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but we just got a patch that we were not waiting at all long for. We're like, yeah, can you please let us have the previous patch a little bit longer? We didn't get used to it, so they're gonna need some time.
Alright, yeah. Well, we'll put the janitor right at work for this, as looks like rush of Orchid here on the Storm, so I do like that a lot. Another rotation for the runes, very important for both mid laners, and I mean pretty much every support is here.
Up, coming over, the reward will die. MOUZ, they know where the runes will be at, but it doesn't matter because Secret are gonna be overwhelming them with numbers here in the mid lane. For people that don't know, the innate ability of the Oracle allows you to know where the rune is at and where the next rune will spawn, which is a big advantage that MOUZ haven't been able to utilize thus far in the mid lane whatsoever.
Yeah, also worth noting, us as spectators cannot have access to that information, so even if they know, it's just something that the team knows, not us. Supreme going for the Arcane Boots here. Nothing major. He's actually pretty underfarmed, but with those stacks, we'll get to recover a little bit. And how is Oracle doing in levels? Because I feel like, okay, Bangan is actually doing really well. He is the hero that will enable this distract in the early fights. You need to have False Promise so that you can survive through all of the burst damage Secret has.
And not only that, but you have this burst damage of the Oracle that might allow you to get this net worth back into your favor by getting a couple of kills. That's what the Oracle can do.
That is
We'll see if he'll be able to.
Yeah, he's just sapping experience on the bottom side, waiting for his level 6. I think the Mina 10 rune is when we're going to see a clash happening again. In terms of stacks, do we have anything for this Van yet? Oh yeah, the Triangle has some big ones. Large campus farm, but Ancient also has 3, I want to say, or 4.
Yeah, they have some Ancients in the statue area as well, so Sven has... he has things to farm. Corden coming over, sees Bengen. You were talking about his Orchid. It's good if you catch the Oracle. Orchid can sometimes backfire in a Storm versus Oracle game because he can remove it from whoever he wants.
Yeah, but as you said, I think unless he's 100% sure the Oracle's not there, Oracle's always the target. He's an easy kill. And now that you actually get Mana Regen, because like I tried to learn Storm back in the day. I'm a terrible Storm player. But one thing that I learned is that like your mana is so important that a lot of times getting a kill might be worse for you. Oh, wait a second here.
Storm is not gonna be getting killed for sure. Supreme is taking a lot of damage, has the False Promise there, still taking a bit of a beating. Of course, the Fate will help, but with the Stampede, they're coming over. What a good egg. Nobody can touch it. They will burn Supreme, however, he's not dying. He's able to survive through all of it. Shishak and the egg dropping. Supreme tries to get a stun, and look at Boom coming from the other side. There will be a wall. 3 illusions there being super annoying. Corden will try to deal with them. Boom also taking a lot of damage. Fade Bolt, huge one with the Sven going in. And Boom should finally fall. Even with the beautiful hoof stomp, it will be the Iron Shell damage that finishes him off. However, Secret are still the winners of that engagement.
Alright. So the point I was trying to make for Storm is a lot of the times, if you, let's say, came from Fountain and you walk all around the map to get this like one support kill, you might spend 1,000, 1,200 mana for that kill. That 1,200 is so much more gold if you're farming the jungle like on an aggressive position, that a lot of Storms will play so passive because it was not worth it to get kills unless it's an important one. But now that you get this Mana Regen, there's more of an incentive for Storms to play more aggressive. So I do feel like we're going to see Corden definitely trying to pressure that Oracle. And I mean, Secret holding a really good position despite Ursa losing the early game. Top tower is still alive. He has recovered in CS. He's looking really good. He's actually 300 gold ahead of the Sven.
They will defend this tower. False Promise is not ready just yet. It will be there in 20 seconds. If Supreme dies right now, the Fate Seeker protecting him. Where's your Enrage? Ursa dropping low. Finally, they bring him down. Will be able to get himself away. Force trying to save his buddy. He's not going to be capable of doing so. 15-1 charges will allow him to live for the time being. As Corden still coming forward in Armin, stealing the Fire Spirits, allowing himself to slow down their attack speed, and the False Promise comes a little bit too late. Puppey might die to the Purifying Flames. No, he lives through the burning, and Bengen doesn't get that kill. Didn't reach level 7 just yet.
Great awareness from Secret. They know False Promise is on cooldown. They have the Ursa nearby, and they just take a great fight, whilst allowing this Storm to still get the rune on the bottom side. So far, this Oracle's predictions totally useless, because they haven't been able to pick a single rune for the Foolish Frag.
I know where the enemies will pick up the rune. Guys, they are taking the rune on the bottom lane. Try not to die. That's how MOUZ have been using this info thus far.
Yeah, very unfortunate. And this Orchid timing will be close pretty soon. I think in maybe a minute and a half, he will have it. And this Bangan level 6 Oracle will be so afraid of whatever Corden is playing.
I mean, there is Battle Fury Ursa, Blink Dagger on the center will be done in 100 gold, and the Orchid on the Storm. So all 3 of the cores hitting their stride here at the same time, and that's gonna be something that MOUZ are gonna have a tough time dealing with. It's even Secret pushing the first tower versus a Lesh lineup, versus a lineup that has a Dark Seer. Those are good heroes to control the waves and take down the towers, and they still don't get the victory. At least they will get the trade.
Yeah, they got a trade there. Supreme being a part of it. I do like this Scepter though. We kind of talked about Supreme maybe swapping his build, and in this game, I think Scepter is so good against Ursa, so good against this Orchid of the Storm as well.
Not only that, catching the Storm is also a big deal. I mean, setting him up for a Split Earth is a big deal into a Fortune Zen, and the Storm can actually die. If you look at Secret, you have the Cookie, you have the Sunray, but it's not ideal to save somebody, especially not a relatively squishy hero like the Storm in the early stages.
For sure. Secret going for a smoke. 50 gold away from the Orchid though. Timing's not all aligned here for Secret. Let's see if it's gonna be a problem or not.
Did you see that Scatter Blast range? We didn't even see him. There's the Hoof Stomp going in. False Promise is ready. Going into the backlines. Finding Bagman gets lifted up instantly. Still, the Oracle is found supreme. Mortimer's Kisses onto him. The egg being used a little bit too aggressive, but with Boom running in, you have to be careful. Will eat the Stormhammer. Stolen Mortimer's Kisses from MOUZ. So maybe they can make something happen with it. Yolnit running in. He does have the move speed, will get silenced up instantly. Scatter Blast from afar, keeping them at bay. And MOUZ won't be able to get revenge for the Oracle. But other than that, they don't lose much.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. Until the Scepter is ready for Supreme, the Storm can jump the Oracle in the middle of 4 heroes, get stunned, and he still doesn't die against the kill. They lack reliable lockdown on MOUZ, and I think that's their biggest problem. This Rubik just doesn't have enough levels. That's 0.9 stun duration on the Rubik. Supreme needs to have the Split Earth ready when all that happens. So Secret, they're in a really good timing. And even when the Scepter gets ready, I'm assuming they're going to have the Centaur to initiate as well. So that might not be enough to stop the Oracle from dying before casting False Promise.
At least Narman didn't use his Mortimer's Kisses, but of course, guys, if you want to participate in the 1xBet kill race, just go to the 1xBet esports or scan the QR code. On Twitter, you will be finding out everything about the prizes, the great prizes that we have ready for you that you can win as the game here continues. As I mentioned there, Rubik has the Mortimer's Kisses. Is this something that can change the outcome of a fight? I'm looking at Secret Heroes, and to me, they look like they're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can. Like, if someone goes on the Leshrac without knowing of the Scepter, he gets the Split Earth, you might be able to burst some heroes, but definitely not the 3 cores, I think. Like, Centaur's so tanky, has 10p, the Ursa has Enrage, and Storm can just wall away. So this MOUZ draft, I don't know, man. I do have my doubts about it, but they're still... Oh no, Supreme! Not enough time on Bangan.
Yeah, now he gets silenced as well. That was without the Orchid that just bursted them down. I really like the patience from Corden waiting for the Oracle to appear. The False Promise level 1 is very low range, so even as you're coming in, if the Storm spots you, he can prevent that from happening.
Yeah, it's like 600 or something, right? It's really short.
700 range.
This is very demoralizing here for MOUZ, because they had the heroes in position. They knew what was going to happen. They just didn't react in time, or maybe didn't expect Secret to have that much burst damage. This means that they can easily get Roshan, because this Ursa is gigantic. He already has Blink, by the way, can join the fight. It's all on Own It at this stage. I feel like this Leshrac totally missed his timing. He's 0 and 4. He ended up going for this very weak build, in the sense that it doesn't give him farming speed, it doesn't give him solo kill potential. It's pretty much on the Darkseer plus Sven to scale, but they're so far behind that it might not even matter.
Yeah, probably. You know, there's always that situation where vacuum into Stormhammer, Split Earth, blah blah blah, wombo combo. Very rarely happens, but in this game in general, versus a Phoenix, he gets the egg off. He's always gonna be getting the egg off. And I don't even know if you win the fight in the best scenario. The other team is better at taking Roche, it's better at pickoffs, it's not better at pushing. And it's not better at shoving out the wave. So maybe that's where MOUZ will find their advantage. Poppy has been found. This would be a good hero to catch. They literally do catch him. Icarus Dive is going to be stolen as they're just running away. With people TPing to the outpost, it's time to run. Narman, of course, will not be allowed. Shishak just comes closer and finishes him off with the little shredder. That's Roche.
Great place to take a fight. They're just gonna get a free Roche here. Secret, they are looking so sharp, and I mean, it's not that hard with their draft. I think their draft looks great. They got tons of winners of the patch here, and they just won their lanes and snowballed off of it. You know, there's not that much else to say.
Pretty straightforward game from Secret, knowing exactly what they need to do to get the victory in this game. And at this point, you just need to not be super eager to punish your opponents. Let's see if they can at least get the Aegis down in Corden. There's the lift up for the Yules, TP in from the Phoenix. He's dead once. Let's see, Fortune Zen maybe just use it on the Sven here. They will allow the Storm to zip away as TPs are coming in. All it pulled in. That Sunray doing a ton of damage. Egg instantly after the vacuum. This is what we were talking about. But still, MOUZ, they make a good effort. Take down the Aegis, force out the egg, and probably run away as, yep, mid lane they will be finding the Rubik. At least Secret punish something.
Yeah. They did force God Strength, so there's a chance here the Secret can maybe get something out of the map. But their siege is pretty bad. I think that's the only downside of the Secret draft, which means they can't really force the tier 2 tower, even knowing that this God Strength is going to be down for like 50.
And we're probably going to be looking at a lot of hunting here, Bowie, right? With the MOUZ trying to dodge and shove out with the Iron Shell, and then Secret getting the kills over and over again. There's Crystallis. Got spooked a little bit, but inside of a jungle, in the woods, Ursa, the bear, is the one who makes the rules, and the rule is that Supreme dies. TP from the Oracle. Would have been a pretty short TP, but at least he hoped to save his buddy.
Yeah, this Oracle hero, as much as people want to believe in it, you know, when it's not Insania playing it, when it's not Team Liquid, and even Liquid, you know, having kind of okay results at best with it, I'm not sure if I believe it. I think this hero needs more buffs. His laning stage is not good enough. And to be honest, I don't even want to blame Oracle that much. I think the entirety of MOUZ draft is a little bit discombobulated.
Yeah, it doesn't go well. The thing is that a lot of their heroes needed to do better at the start of the game. It didn't happen. Team Secret won even around the mid lane, where the Lesh should have a slight advantage over the Storm. Now, MOUZ are gonna have the info. Guys, Storm has an Arcane Rune, and we are smoking.
Okay, I mean, we saw the Storm die. All they need to do is stun the Storm and have the Sven.
Easy. Just stun him and kill him. Sven gets silenced up. He got the Storm Hammer off, and boom, is just super fast.
Yeah, they blink out and the Orchid, the Sven, like instantly. Really fast from Secret.
Goes to show that they are focused on what's happening in the game. Boom is actually running into it. He has the Eternal Shroud as well. Probably thinks that he cannot die.
Oracle.
Storm going on to the Oracle. He just wanted to give vision. It will be the Static Remnant stolen by the Rubiks. He's going to be sending in that. Oh, what the hell is with that Static Remnant? It's so huge. Ishak, oh, a big vacuum. Boom will be getting a stun. The egg has been dropped, and now you might have to run away from him. They're focusing on the egg, and if they take down the sun,
Ursa.
maybe they can win a fight. Also, the false promise will be used on the Sven. Ulit can stand his ground in fun, but Crystal is joining in on the fight. He's a mad bear. Being mad is not gonna help you in this fight. Secret have lost 3 of their heroes. We talked about the team fight of MOUZ, and they made it happen. Corden lifted up. He's still trying to fly away, but Narman will not allow that to happen so easily. Ulit will have a blink in a second. He's coming for you, Storm. Boom is the only one that survives. Secret get annihilated in a huge team fight.
The amount of bad things that happened in that fight is crazy. First of all, after the engage on Oracle, you know, things not panning out alright, they still force that fight with the Ursa being really far away. But then when Crystallis comes in, he jumps into a split earth. He literally blinked into a split earth. He lost like 40% of his HP, has to OT just to hit, and I mean, the egg's already dead. He was just too late to connect to the fight, and you know, whether it's his fault or Secret that ended up forcing a fight they shouldn't, I'm not sure. But yeah, MOUZ capitalizing very nicely off of it.
I like the idea that the centaur was coming in to give vision so they see the Oracle. But without your BKBs, you cannot really just straight up go for it. You're gonna get lifted up either by a Yules or on a Rubik, and it's gonna be a dangerous situation to be in. Both of the Tormentors fall. Who got it? Okay,
it's not only that. The Storm build this game is very defensive. He ended up going for Eternal Shroud, which I've seen a lot of it, but it means it's hard for him to commit and kill people. Like, he was fighting into a pipe in mech, so you can't really expect, even though this Oracle is very squishy, he still has a lot of auras to protect him.
Reign of Destiny is now ready, so Oracle is going to be healing a lot. You know his facet does increase his healing potency, and now you have the Reign of Destiny as well. It's going to be reducing the heal of the Sun Ray. It's actually a huge buff on the Oracle. This shard on the Snapfire, not as strong as it used to be, as it doesn't give you all that much range. It does heal, however. Let's see, Hoof Stomp, Oracle in the vicinity, uses the Fade Seeded. As the Invis, Stampede being used, Supreme will just run away. Oracle still surviving those Mortimer's Kisses. They will finally find him, Bengen. It is a small price to pay. You can maybe ult yourself to buy time, because once you come back to the World of the Living, you're going to be fine. He's actually dodging the damage underneath the sentry, however, he will have to go down. False Promise connects onto the two of them. Sorry, the Fortune's End, and then he goes down 40 seconds on the sidelines.
Yeah, they also got a tower off of it. Not a bad fight from Secret. You know, they do punch back and guarantee this area of the map.
On the Storm, let's see if they can kill him with a Split Earth. A couple of more hits. Gordon, just gets himself out. And here comes Crystallis. Does have the BKB going for Supreme without the Oracle. Supreme could be in trouble, not enough. Crystallis, that is a 9-second BKB down the drain. The vacuum only catching Shishak. Has the Force Staff already used the cookie to get the Ursa out. Let's see if Secret can turn this one around.
Eternal Shroud, baby. That item is pretty good, I heard.
Is it?
Yeah. Didn't you see ATF's interview? He said that he thinks Eternal Shroud is stronger than Wraith Pact.
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
I
regardless of
don't.
that,
No, I think it's too much, right? You don't get. You maybe see one or two Eternal Shrouds in a game. Wraith Pact was then there for all of the teams. And it was just something you couldn't play Dota without, as now we have a QR code to scan here for a beautiful 1x bet app that's going to be giving you so much info. Silence onto the Lesh, lifted up on the Storm. Nice dodge of the Storm Hammer. Still have the False Promise. Supreme running forward. Insane movement speed from him there with the Surge. And Secret just get themselves away.
Oh yeah, good. I mean, I really like what Cordon did there. He just wants to force the spells and disengage. They didn't force the False Promise though, so...
Didn't force anything.
Best, what, I guess they forced the Bloodstone, but they never really got to capitalize off of that. And now that is a dead tower, and MOUZ, I mean, starting to show their teeth.
Yep, this is what we talked about in terms of how they wanted their lineup to work. And then when they had a really good laning phase, I thought that it was never going to happen, but here we see that they cannot die. Nobody's dying. Yeah. It is going to be a Snapfire caught. Shishak has a Force Staff and a Cookie. Sanas on the left. Force Staff from Shishak. There's the Cookie getting himself away. Turns around with a Scatter Blast that will be stolen. Rubik tries to shoot him from afar. Not happening. Supreme, however, still has enough damage to work with.
Yeah, I think the problem of these fights is that Crystallis is not joining them. To me, the way that they have to take these fights is Storm jumps Oracle. The Ursa jumps the Rubik. Like, you need to have multiple angles of initiation so that they can cast all of their spells on Cordon when he shows his face. Like, he's the only one that's kind of digging into MOUZ, and he just doesn't have the burst damage, especially the build that I'm going for. He's more of like a tanky initiator that can get information and go in and out. But I guess they're waiting for the Basher on Crystallis, which he is pretty much finishing. I mean, he does have it now.
Sven's damage is gonna be becoming a problem for Seeker, right? Because he did go for the Wrath of God talent, and time is passing. He is level 20 now, has a lot of strength to play with.
That said, though, there is a Halberd on the center. He has to be a bit careful about that.
3.5 seconds on melee heroes. We'll see how fast, how much damage he can actually do. Secret are coming.
Good awareness here. Good scan as well, but they're gonna wrap around it.
I'm going around. Still, this is taking too long. MOUZ are completely prepared.
Oh, if Roche was up, they could actually sneak this just because of position Secret and MOUZ is taking, but it is not up.
Yep, it's not up. There's the scan this time around. MOUZ right on the money. Know exactly where Secret are.
Good ward for MOUZ.
And Supreme running in. This is a dangerous situation, though. I don't know if you want to be engaging on him. He has the 800 look at Crystallis into the backlines. They found the Oracle as well. Can they finish him off? That is the question. Getting him low. The force staff. Bengen survives not for long. There is going to be a nice egg used on the side for Crystallis. He's not alive any longer, even if the egg pops. I don't know if you're winning this fight. No buyback on the other side. There is a buyback on the Oracle. However, he's rejoining this fight. Nice blink away. Stormhammer won't do anything. Corden, mana relatively low with Supreme. Just running forward. Puppey. Oh, what a split earth. He caught him there in an impossible way, and Puppey will not be escaping. It is a 2-for-2 fight with Secret losing a core, but at least MOUZ did use a buyback.
Yeah, I wonder if the cooldown of Wall is going to allow Secret to force this Roshan afterwards. Because at the end of the day, there is no God Strength. MOUZ wins the fight, but they cannot Rosh, even if it was up. And, you know, Secret, they might be able to just force that. But so far, considering the position of their heroes, they might have other plans. They just want to force lanes right now.
Dude, Wall didn't do anything in that fight. He just dropped it and did 0 damage on the Darks. He did like 160 damage. Nice steal on the Wisdom rune for the Storm Spirit. You talked about his mana, but when you have a regen rune, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, 22 stacks. Like, he only died once, so he's keeping that mana regen really high. When Rush is up, they might be able to force this. Bengen gets found as well.
Bengen goes a little bit too deep. He's gonna be in a ton of trouble, and with the Ursa going in, he's dead. 70 seconds gone. Secret, they actually want more. They are greedy. Supreme. They want Supreme dead, going for it without the false promise. There is nobody to save your life this time around. Secret have found their opening. Corden doesn't have that much mana, but they have the Stampede and are running forward, want to trample down their opponent's 4 staffed forward. He will not be caught. They take down the tower. Roche is next on the menu.
Oh,
he's traveling in 10 seconds though.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it is fast. How many? Okay,
Sven is prepared.
Okay, they're gonna. Is he prepared? He's running away. He was nothing with that.
He's prepared to run himself out, but they're not gonna be able to take it, are they?
I think they can. I think they can. It's an Ursa. He even, already preparing the stacks with the Earthshock down there.
MOUZ are coming.
Okay, how many cooldowns? They don't have kisses, no mana on Snapfire. That could be a problem. Roshan just yelling here.
I mean, Force is running in. This is a dangerous situation. Is he gonna use the wall? Okay, he lost the invis there. Boom. Finding the Sven, stolen Hoofstomp from the Rubik. Narman, however, might get found by the Storm. Nice blink away. Ulnit, use the God Strength. Mortimer's Kisses don't really do all that much by creating. They create a perimeter that allows Secret to run away. So it's Aegis Banner. Odds in favor of Secret. I don't know if this game is gonna be easy for them.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely... It took a turn. That one really bad fight they took, I think, allowed MOUZ to bounce back. I still, I haven't seen this, like, ultra late game Sven play. I still believe Ursa should be a good matchup. It's just that the Sven is, like, 4 levels ahead of Crystallis in terms of net worth. They're kind of even. But, once you get to 25, this Ursa here is still insane.
Are you having
he's going for a nullifier. The armor, the barrier is going to be removed. I think this is one of the reasons Oracle is surviving so much for the fights. All those auras.
Well, that is the, it's not only the auras. I don't know if you're aware of this. Nullifier does purge, unless you're BKB'd, of course. It purges off all of the Oracle spells, even through the false promise. You're not healing whatsoever, right? It purges the Purifying Flames, the Fate's Edict. Everything gets removed when he's trying to heal his allies. Sure, the Bloodstone from the Lesh will still be giving him the HP, but it's not the same.
Yeah, exactly. Like this Sven, I guess if he has lifesteal, he can still lifesteal and increase the region. Yeah, you're totally right about that. And this time though, it is the Storm with the Aegis. Tier 2 towers still up in the mid and the top lane. Secret, I think they should force some fights right now, because this Aegis, they already lost a pretty decent amount of time just because they had to disengage that weird way. Oh, hello.
As the Shard on the other side with the 4 staff plus the mech is gonna be fine. Crystallis on the high ground. They're not allowing it to blink away. The Phoenix is dead. It's a big deal. Corden into the backlines. They will be bashing the Sven. He's isolated. Mortimer's Kiss is going in. Corden just making sure that the enemies cannot chase all that easily. You don't have the Stampede to run away, so you just have to bail as fast as you can.
Oh, he TP'd in front of the creeps, unfortunately for Shishak. I think he could have probably TP'd if he got a better 4-step angle.
Unfortunately, didn't happen. You lose 2 of your supports. That was a pretty beautiful jump from the Sven. Yulnit and his jumps in this game have been hella impressive. He has been finding the right targets.
Yeah, pretty lucky for Chrysalis as well. Like, if he had just a slightly better game, he was level 20 with the Fierce Swipes damage talent. I'm pretty sure he would have killed the Oracle at the beginning of the fight, and then it's a totally different game with like these Aegis on the Storm. You have way more possibilities to take that fight. Instead, he kind of forced his team to back him up, and they lose 3 heroes. So the Aegis duration is pretty much going to be wasted. Like, until everyone is back and the lanes are pushed, it's going to be pretty much over here.
The Aegis breaks. Dealing with the Tormentor. Very easy for the Ursa to do so. They get the shard on the Storm, the only hero that was lacking. This is going to be increasing the damage output of the Ursa quite a lot as well.
Definitely great for him. Oh, so he is... Okay, I'm not sure if he's going for the Abyssal or Nullifier. Oh yeah, now he's going for the Nullifier. Already got
Nullifier
Helm.
first, yeah. Look at the Centaur's HP, 5.6k, and that is without any points in the double edge. I like this from Boom, right? Because creating chaos, making sure that you see where the enemies are, it's what Secret wants to do. The thing is that their backline has been found way too many times. Oh, that illusion will get annihilated.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That was
there's
the
the
last
base.
hurrah here for the Agent duration. They know for sure what's happening.
Maybe you can force out the fight. Do you win it, however, if you're Secret?
Puppy.
Ooh, be careful. Boom, running in. A nice blink out from Force. Nicely done. Stolen hoof stomp. Rubik has been taking that to multiple times. They get the stun onto the center. This is not a hero that you can kill. Boom is a one-man army, even though he's not playing the axe.
He has 6k HP right now. There's no way you're killing that center without suffering the consequences. You've
Oh,
said
they found Bengen, and there's gonna be Chrysalis going in. Finally, he's dead. Doesn't have the buyback. Looking towards the Sven as well with the bash. He's not gonna be moving it in. Nice vacuum into the wall. Sven gonna be turning around through the egg. It's not gonna be an easy fight. Losing the Storm. That's only the Aegis. Nobody cares about it. You can still chase full mana, full HP on the Storm. Tries to find the Sven and isn't gonna be able to do it. Supreme, however, in a lot of trouble. Turns around with a Bloodstone. He's killing them. Chrysalis is dropping low. Boom, however, is not gonna be in any kind of trouble. Puppy dying to the AoD damage, and he was greedy. He wanted Chrysalis in the 4-step forward. He's still surviving, and blinks away,
what?
but dies in the
How is
river
that
to the
possible?
lightning storm. It happens, Bowie. This is Dota. Anything is possible. Boom is unkillable, however, so killing him is not possible. Going on force, there's gonna be a silence. Has the Guardian use, however, there's the stolen hoof stop. Where's the vacuum with the lift? They overlapped with their stuns and trying to finish off Gordon. He has enough mana to run away, but he's playing with his life or playing with the lives of his enemies. Boom is gonna be pushed forward. Ogre Seal
9K
Totem as
HP on
well.
the Centaur.
No, he has almost 10k. This is not a guy that you can kill. Puppy again, he gets stunned up mid-dive. Supreme just has his number. Where's the cookie? Here it comes. Shishak doesn't get there in time, even though he uses his spells quite nicely.
Dude, he got dispelled by the Oracle, but he had 9k HP on Boom. That's crazy. His double hedges were doing so much damage. And by the way, he has 600 move speed with no boots.
Look at how much damage he did. It's literally 2 people playing the fight. So the Lesh did 18k damage and the Centaur did 17.5k. Everybody else's damage is negligible.
That's absurd. Oh my god, yeah, this hero is definitely better than he used to be. I was a center hater, but it's pretty hard to argue against what Boom is achieving in these fights.
So how much movement speed did he have? As you know, he gains movement speed based on his strength.
He has 400 base, and as he uses double edge, he gets more. So, and that's without his strength link. That's pretty much ready.
Who's going to be getting this shard? We're going to be finding out. It's going to be between the Rubik and the Darkseer, and it is going to be the Darkseer. Not too bad. Stopping the blinks of the Centaur of the Ursa is actually a pretty nice way to go about a fight.
Yeah, it's definitely nice. So, still a decent advantage here for Secret. But, I mean, yeah, this Sven is definitely looking stronger and scaling a bit more than you're used to. He's already level 25. And that's with Supreme. Like, he was 0-4 at some point in this game, and he's 6-6. I'm really impressed with how he was able to regain his footing in a game like this. with the build he ended up going for, it felt like he was just gonna crumble. I think a lot of that's the Darks here, having all those auras. Obviously, the Oracle helps a lot, but yeah, I mean, Supreme looking way more stable than he used to in the past.
Secret have double gem on their cores. They understand how important it is to kill this Oracle. If Oracle doesn't die, I think MOUZ straight up win a fight. Either Sven or Supreme gets false promised, it's over. We've lost the fight.
Centaur's gem was stolen by from Bangan. He in that fight he took that one up.
He has a shield rune on Boom. Okay, it's gonna get purged off, luckily, because you don't want to be starting the fight with having to go through 9k HP.
Yeah. Okay,
Hex
really
and
long
Satanic
respawn
on
timer
MOUZ.
for Roshan, so it will be on the Radiant side, which means Secret. Not super happy about that. They would have loved to take it on the Dire side when they have map control like this.
Is Storm gonna buy a BKB here versus Lift Hex? Now his life is gonna be in trouble when he goes in if he doesn't have it.
He's going Sanj. I mean, I like that. Like, he would have to give up a slot for the BKB. And... no, wait, you don't get status resistance anymore. Yeah, maybe I actually don't like this Sanj. Maybe you do need BKB.
Yeah, it's only the Sanj and Yasha that gives you the status resistance. And this way, it's not gonna be... oh, he's not gonna be slowed as much. Is that what the Sanj gives now? Yep,
Yeah,
slow resistance. No, nobody cares.
I don't know why they even invented this stat. Like, to me, it's a...
And there are
so
heroes
weird.
that benefit from it. Come on, it's not that bad.
I really don't like it. Well, Crystallis did get his level 20. Does have his nullifier, so bursting people down is much
Scan
easier, especially
connected.
supports.
They know roughly where Secret are. Neither of the teams know if the Roche is up. Man, that surge that they leave on the ground is gonna be a big deal when it comes to the blinking of the Ursa and the Centaur.
Gonna put the wave, so they do have the better positioning here.
I'm gonna start running into them. I mean, there's no reason not to. You can't actually die.
Yeah, the waves are not good for Secret, both mid and bottom, pushing up quite a bit here.
Centaur doesn't have that much armor though, so that could be an issue for him. 6.5k HP, however, even with all the Sven crits, that's gonna take some time.
That's why he's going Shivas. I really like it. I think you do need that against the strike against the Oracle. They don't have neither Skadi or Shivas this game.
Then you're unkillable, pretty much.
Exactly.
Look at him, just running forward. What a beast! What a beast!
Yeah, that's a thick boy right there, Supreme.
Oh
Both of the
no,
thick
they are
boys.
touching me, guys. Oh, they're tickling me. MOUZ used to be Team Tickles, so it makes sense.
Supreme definitely not afraid though, and he has a Vice. Vice with a Timeless Relic. But that's a really long duration.
The refresh rate would be so big for a Darkseer. And on the other side, double leg. Not the MMA kind, but the double sun from the Phoenix. Yeah, our viewers know what I was saying.
Don't gotta explain yourself, bro.
Yeah.
They have a pretty big item on the Puppy Phoenix. He did finish Lotus Orb, so reflecting the side of Ice, just purging a couple stuff could be huge.
Coming around, and boom, he doesn't break the smoke, he does go in onto fourth. That is a big deal. Phoenix running away onto the other side of the fight as they will be going onto boom. Let's see if Yolnif can actually take him down. Trying to find the Oracle into the backlines there. He sees him, but Bangan will be fine, removing the signs from himself. What a boss with the fortunes then. Now looking towards Supreme, he has been nullified. Gordon got hexed up. The false promise was already used. And let's see, is it going to be enough? Boom is actually dropping low. Can they bring down this guy? No, with the cookie, he gets out of it. So it wasn't his last meal just yet. With Sven running in, he surged up to very speedy. Nobody has died, not a single hero apart from the Source Spirit. Gordon will be the first one to go down, but Oracle and that Fortune's End play was beautiful. Instant buyback. They know this is the time when the game will go their way or they will lose it. Oracle has been found. Doesn't have the false promise any longer. The vacuum quite huge as well with a split earth onto all of them. There will be a nice cookie, and the Sven losing armor, turning around on him. They will be able to take him down. He doesn't have a buyback. Without him, how do you have the damage to win this fight? The answer is you don't. Without the false promise, you are too weak. Supreme has been nullified and brought to justice by Crystallis, who ends the fight with a triple kill. Secret with a huge victory, and the Roche is theirs for the taking.
Yeah, that was really good by both sides, but at the end of the day, the awareness of Secret of understanding that once God Strength is down, they can use those buybacks to force Roshan, even if it's on the radiant side, was clutch. And I think that was the biggest mistake from MOUZ in that fight. They just chose to hit the Centaur, this man, like they got the kill, but it took so long. I mean, they didn't even get the kill, they were really close. I think that was the biggest problem for MOUZ. They don't have a hero like the Centaur that can show himself. Like, it has to be the Sven. Even this Leshrac, if he shows, they know the Oracle's gonna be nearby and they can jump him. So the Sven just wasted a lot of his damage on that Centaur, and eventually it is Secret. Oh, look at that. Finally, we can see this beautiful
It's useful.
banner
It does something.
Yes.
It does something, Bowie, actually, and it's gonna be protecting these creeps, making sure that Secret get themselves a lane of racks. The glyph will be refreshed now when these melee racks falls. They actually just let it go there. Creeps do their job. Boom is now unkillable, for sure, right? Because he's gonna be getting a full Shiva's guard.
I don't know. I mean, it was already very hard to kill him when he had 13 armor, and now he has attack speed aura, and how much? 29 armor, goddamn.
Yep. Okay, they're gonna try. Are you trying? Going with the harpoon? This is not the type of fish that you want. That is a god strength Sven, and they can't do anything. Is this the time when you just give up? Okay, this guy is like 3 categories ahead of us. As the Shishak will eat a split earth, and Boom is just running forward. Nobody can touch this guy.
8.5 HP with 2 double edges. That was so funny. Onet trying to get that kill, and like
look at the despair in his eyes. He doesn't know what to do. Like, guys, I have 1,000 damage and I'm not touching him.
Oh my god. Okay, they're gonna just get the range barracks here. Is that it?
So Boom is just gonna show them how it's done. Okay, guys, going to the fountain. You have done your job. Now it's my turn to do it. Storm did find the Oracle into the backline, gets lifted up. Oracle in a little bit of trouble. He does get the Force out, and Bengen does survive. Force, however, taking a lot of damage, really taken out. Gordon looking towards Supreme. Where's the false promise? He needs it now, and Oracle lifted his arms, but he didn't put them down fast enough. So they're going to be losing 2 of their cores, both of which have buyback, and Force has already used his. Still going in. There's the hoof stomp. Rubik dead for 80. No chance to buy back. There's again. They're tickling the Centaur. Unable to do anything to do with the false promise, just to save the Sven, who doesn't even have the god strength at the moment.
This is... Ever since they used the god strength there's no way.
Yeah, just getting pulled in altogether and will die. You see, the Oracle is even purging the stacks from Boom, and it's not doing anything.
Alright. There you go. I mean, Secret, I think they really understood the way to win this fight. You want to force the God Strength, you want to force long fights, and either kite the God Strength in use or just delay as much as possible until it's over. So either through buybacks or through sheer disengaging, and it's so easy for them. They have Phoenix, they have Cookie, they have Four Staffs, they have Stampede. They eventually bounce back. I think MOUZ put up a much better fight than I expected, but at the end of the day, Secret proved to be the better team in this game.
I think Secret underestimated the heal potential of MOUZ at one point of the game. And then when they understood just the importance of this Oracle, that they cannot allow him not to die at the start of the fight, then they started fighting in a different way. But at that point, the lead was already lost, and MOUZ lineup was starting to work out. Still, look at Boom, and his gold per minute, experience per minute, damage done. Literally a one-man army, 12, 1, and 17. 100% the MVP of this game.
Yeah, played really well. I think Shishak once again, with a hero that we don't see that much, proving to be, you know, at the same level of Secret. There was a lot of, like, impactful plays, just dragging people around, good 4 steps. Secret looking sharp, and I just really like the heroes that he picked. I think they have a pretty good understanding of what is good in this patch, and for MOUZ, I want to see them stray away from heroes like this event didn't even look that bad, but he still has the same problem he always had, which is his cooldowns can be abused, and I think Secret played really well around that.
not only cooldowns, but his laning phase was pretty bad. I mean, it was the hero that was laning versus you that got this strong in the game, and boom, completely uncontested in the entirety of it. Of course, we cannot say, oh, it was the laning stage when the game lasted for 46 minutes, but it had something to do with it. 100%. Looking towards game 2, Bowie, what kind of adjustments do
definitely
you
think that Roshan is being contested, but they find a beautiful lasso onto Cloud. Cloud gets the BKB up, gets the Insatiable up, will be healing back though, and with the Dragon Knight, they will take out that re-up core Bad Rider to remove any additional Firefly damage from the team fight, though it is gonna cost them Cloud eventually. Rubik dies for that, and Brewmaster and Leicester, they have a lot of work to do turning this fight around now, as so he dies in the backline, and there is still that Luna ultimate going through all the Manta style illusions in no time, forcing the Leicester to reveal that Aghanim Scepter on the Luna for the disarm. But that's only gonna buy him some time, as Brewmaster may be able to walk away there, but Selfade, can you, well, with the Bloodthorn coming out there?
Find some place around the map. There used to be a bug where if you infest, oh, never mind, they just wandered off.
Yeah, Rehab just gets meat grinded by that Luna with the Glaives orbiting around her as Bad Rider. Where is he now to stop this Dragon Knight? Well, he is dead and he does not want to buy back, but him not buybacking, coming back in immediately will cost him the team fight, as now their life stealer is left isolated with both of the supports dying almost instantaneously as Life Stealer gets taken down by the Luna.
Yeah. Oh, we might be having some fights here.
Yeah, it looks like the initiation will be tanked by Sunset, though Sunset still fine through all of that thanks to a great lead sheet from Zoe, giving maximum value as Chira Jr. getting lower and lower. The extra little parry fire not enough to protect him with one more Nether Blast from the Pugna. And now Zype, they want more. They are known for their aggression here and would like every kill they can get. It's gonna be a 2-for-2 by the end of it, which One Win are still continuing to fight. They would really love to kill off Rehab as well. Though Swedenstrong instead gets surrounded with another leech seed, and they cannot dive this tower, or Treant Protector may die, but thanks to that leech seed he is gonna be okay as Rehab. Sure, he's a 1 position, but he already has a slightly delayed Radiance timing, so they need these kills. Pugna being a great one to start with, although they do commit the Treant Protector ultimate, all just for the first life, and did lose Swedenstrong once again as Phoenix. He will be forced to ult, but Weaver just right-clicks that down with the Gemini attack. Nice Eki says, as Chira Jr. gets himself a double at the tail end of that fight. He will be surrounded by the enemy team though, and with the Pangolier being brooding away from the map, Leicester has no choice but to teleport, as that is gonna be another fight won by an excellent use of the Primal Split.
A prequel, I'm sorry, prequel is gonna be for the Rush Ray potential. Oh, they find side pickles again.
Yeah, they wanted to look for a Templar Assassin, instead end up finding the Pangolier, but Pangolier is able to get out an ultimate, and Rubik will hit the Pango with a stolen Pugna ultimate, as now Rehab gets punished for that by being silenced, but Chira Jr. is already too low! Chira Jr. goes down, the Life is still trying to hold his own, but with the stolen Rolling Thunder, he will just...
Yeah, Swashbuckle and Tusk tag team is one of those great combos as well. Look at the block coming out from the illusion. This is perfect.
Yeah, the Lycan Wolves are there as well, just the small wolves to benefit off of the tech team. There's no Dragon Knight. He is the highest armor hero in this game, and Pangolier, he goes for a nice Rolling Thunder. But with the Chronosphere, it will still not prevent the Faceless Fight from killing him. However, that does leave Selfade exposed, and Selfade does not manage to get out on that Faceless Fight, but in comes Danica with a huge 2-man black hole. So at the end of the day, it will still very much be a win for the side of Zype, who would love to get Munkushi as well, but Munkushi gets the Windrunner jump, as now the smoke is gonna be broken. One Win, they realize where the enemies are, they will immediately activate their ultimate, as Chira Jr. once again being jumped, but once again he survives through everything. And as Chira Jr. survives, well, in comes the black hole, but Tusk just says no black holes allowed, as Enigma goes down, and with that Enigma down, with the black hole wasted, now the cleanup is in favor of One Win, who run down the Dragon Knight with the Wind Ranger. Chira makes sure that Cloud gets a bonus kill there with the right click as well, and now Zoe running for his life. But I do like how Chira Jr. Top tower getting pressured a bit by the side. of Zype, but Zype, they get re-up caught for that, and with the huge nuke there from the Keeper of the Light, he will just be killed off. Chaos Knight, though, gets frozen up by the Crystal Maiden, takes a lot of damage as the Crystal Maiden ultimate doesn't quite finish him off with the bash from the Spirit Break. He's still very much gonna go down. As in comes an initiation by Salfate, who gets a flash heap for that. He will be called down upon, but Patch, can he survive against the Chaos Knight assault? Not with Chaos Knight having a BKB, just rendering himself immune against the Patch's huge magical damage. But in comes the Razor with a BKB of his own. He's gonna tank through the homing missile from Stormanyen. Stormanyen with the Razor ultimate just killed off as Chaos Knight. He's still remaining, holding his own, but nothing that Rinseku can do against the Static Link from the Razor as Seneca gets an ultra kill up of the first BKB. Because now Salfate, he immediately knows where the enemy team is. He immediately knows where he wants to stand, but does he really want to stand there? Well, with the Spirit Breaker coming in, probably yes, as Patch holding his own. And well, Beastmaster with the first BKB gets a nice jump on the Zeus instead, turning the fight completely around, because now most of the damage is gone. But is it really most of the damage? Because look at the Razor with the ultimate trying to kill off Stormanyen. The creeps are kind of annoying, counterproductive with that, as Razor gets put into a nightmare, cannot go for more. Dendi gets ran down by that one position Patch, and Patch is gonna get a bonus flash heap. Hunt over on the top lane where Razor will be caught, will be Beastmaster roared once, will be Beastmaster roared twice, but Beastmaster, he tried to roar the Razor back into his team so they could kill the Razor before reinforcements arrive, which instead allowed Razor to get the refresher orb off and kind of save his own hide as Rinseku gets killed off with the Patch on top of him, as Patch gets locked down for freaking ages without the BKB available. But he is still very much chasing for more, as only the Beastmaster and the Keeper of the Light are alive, and they get free vision on the Beastmaster. Beastmaster will not be caught by the Patch, but instead will be caught by the Spirit Break, who comes in asking for a high five, saying, hey look, my carry got a free kill, yet another flash heap. More resources on Gyrocopters just hitting their racks, as this should be the first lane of Medirex of the game, but in comes smoke. However, the smoke will not hit onto anyone just yet, as Timbersaw gets jumped first with the Pangolier initiating, and PMA, as such a huge playmaker, he's trying to go for more, but a double BKB will allow them to burst down Niku, as that is the first death on Got the Juice, but it's just in time for that Aegis to at least still get him back to life, as Pangolier jumped in once more. 2 for 2. A great counter initiation from one win, but that did cost them their Timbersaw, who isn't buying back just yet. Okay, it's the Shadow Demon buying back, hoping that that's gonna be enough against the Gyrocopter, that he can't kill him with his own illusions. But guess what? Got the Juice. He still has his own BKB, but he quickly realizes he has to teleport out and doesn't make it. He underestimated the damage of the Luna, and now Bad Rider will be caught and killed off as well. And Niku is now slightly falling off, but it's gonna be Cloud going for a very aggressive initiation. He's instantly gonna force out the BKB on the Bad Riders. Pangolier realized that this may be an opportunity to go for more. Will be getting himself in with the Rolling Thunder, but look at the amount of physical damage he takes. That's the problem. All the damage is physical. BKBs do nothing. Roll up does nothing. The Shadow Grave will keep Daze alive though, but only for so long, as more Glaives are bouncing. And Fukushi is only getting more fat as time goes on, still trying to hold his own against Niku, but Niku's BKB is allowing him to get Tira Jr. extremely low. Still not quite killed up, as more Glaives are bouncing, killing off the Gyrocopter, and will finish off the Dazzle the moment Shadowgrave goes down for a split second. In the previous game, it won in the previous series as well, so I may be expecting that again as far as win rate goes, but no, because Patch misses the hook, which would have let them instant kill Urza's first life, as now Sniper has to get out of there, but the rest of the Snapfire ultimate is going to be committed into the team fight instead, as out comes a Fiend script, but Bane just instantly dies. Timbersaw doomed up, cannot do anything to defend himself with the Gyrocopter in front of him. Sniper at least gets another kill out of that. Currently farming some stacks. This is exactly the timing they want for Got the Juice, however, does not quite get the vision he wants. He will start stealing some stacks, and there's the Dismember to deal with the Timbersaw's. Puck comes in with a silence. Templar Assassin gets to live thanks to the refractions coming out. Patch not melting those fast enough, as he cannot stay on top of Tira Jr. with how much right pick Tira Jr. does, as Niku trying to run out, but Battery Assault says nope. Clockwork interrupting the TP out. Trying to look for kills around bot and mid, with PMA getting spotted And PMA is a lot easier to kill than a Puck. It's gonna be jumped with the Templar Assassin, will be taken down, traded for respect, but that's an excellent trade to start a team fight off with, as long as you can now deal with the God the Juice Punch, but the God the Juice Punch with the BKB, he's doing so much work, as that was his 9-second BKB, but the 9-second BKB, it's still not gonna be long enough. Everybody low health, nobody killed off though, as Chira Jr. more desolated after days.
They put up a very strong fight. In the end, Secret, they still got the victory in game number 1, and now MOUZ
but the hook has missed, and now they know it. However, that will lead to the Templars as 7 forward, while there is a missile flying at us.
Joining me is Bowie, and we're gonna be taking you through the door action of this and the follow-up series as well to see who's gonna be joining the 3 teams that are already made their way into the playoffs, Bowie. And after a performance like this, one would assume Secret has a really good shot.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking solid. I think their drafting improved a lot from day number 1. And to be honest, I don't think MOUZ played poorly. Like, the previous draft actually likely. Well, there was a point maybe. It was a better draft. But yeah, some of the heroes they're picking, I think, are a bit too experimental and maybe haven't been figured out fully yet. You know, Oracle is one that jumps to mind. Like, I think, obviously, you're forcing the Storm. There's like they played well around the Oracle. It's not like it was being picked off everywhere. But I can't help but feel like there are stronger supports at the moment.
Yep, probably there are. Well, they did want to try out the Oracle. Didn't work out too well for them, but let's see what they got in store for us for game 2, right? The draft is ready. We're gonna be jumping into it quite soon to see what the teams have in store. I'm looking at some of the bands. Still don't see that Storm, but we should have it on our screens fairly soon. That is the hero you want taken out, Bowie, or do you still want to see it rock the map?
I mean, I love watching a Storm, but I think you are blind because I do see a banned Storm, and we're not going.
There's nothing on the screen. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Yeah, now I see it, right? Because you're using your Oracle
Maybe
capabilities.
I'm an Oracle.
Yep. Yeah, so does that mean you suck as a hero? You're not that good.
As a player, for sure. As a hero, I haven't really tried too hard. But yeah, I mean, looking at the bench here for Secret, knowing that MOUZ has first pick, I think they took away most of the actual OP heroes. I think it's really hard to argue against any of the 4 they banned.
Yeah, there is an LC left. Come on, please show us an LC. I want to see if this hero is as good as people make it out to be. And well, Lesh seems to have been the more favored one.
Yeah, I feel like the hero is definitely super OP pre-7 36A, but now after, like, they definitely change a lot about the hero. It might still be good, but I don't think it's a first phase type hero. It's probably something you should pick at 17 and 18. And MOUZ just getting this last track. It was a decent performance by Supreme. I think he definitely struggled in beginning, but he bounced back really hard. And as Team Secret, I would probably ban or pick. Oh, there you go. I didn't expect it first phase. All right.
Yeah, well, we are gonna be seeing it now. Yesterday I saw a Reddit thread where people were complaining, isn't the point of a duel to be at a 1 versus 1 and then whoever wins gains something? So they were really mad about that. So I was then wondering maybe you should be making a Reddit thread every single day. Like, I don't understand why the Ancient Apparition doesn't just melt away when Alina uses her Dragon Slave
when
and stuff
Phoenix
like that.
uses egg, it has to die automatically.
Yeah, those things should happen, but if people are applying real world logic to Dota, they're not gonna be too happy. They actually ban out the Oracle, so Team Secret, they see this hero as a problem, and it was a problem. Definitely a solid one in the previous game.
Hear me out. I think they banned it because they want to pick Darkseer. Because I was going to say, I think you have to ban the Darkseer not to allow this Leshrac to be enabled as he was game 1. And I think if you're banning the Oracle, maybe you want to snatch the Darkseer for you.
What are you going to do with the LC then?
Carry LC, let's go.
You
well,
saw that.
I didn't think through, when I said when I talked about the Darkseer. But sure, maybe you're right. Maybe they want to bend the Oracle so they don't fall into the trap of trying to use it against the Darkseer that I'm sure MOUZ will pick up. Maybe that's what they're thinking.
Oh, yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Not because you have a hero that literally relies on killing somebody else in 5 seconds, which the Oracle just says no. That wasn't the reason whatsoever. There will be a Treant Protector being picked up. Seeing a Treant and a Phoenix in the same game, it gives us, you know, some nostalgia. They usually were in the same team. Nowadays, these two heroes together would probably be a bit too greedy and a bit too weak at the start of the game. But it's undeniable just how much teamfight they bring. But they will be on opposite sides, and we see a Venge. The problem is it's probably gonna be a support Venge, but I'm hoping it is a core. Might be Yolnit Venge and Bengen Treant.
I like the support here. I think it's kind of gonna be your soft Oracle, right? Maybe the swap with the barrier and the displacement can buy time to save people from the duel. It could be a core, and I think I've seen it win a couple of games in tournaments that happened recently. So I'm not opposed to the core Venge, but I do feel like there's already some value in having it support. So it definitely makes sense here. I think you have things spread out enough that you can still play around whatever you want to draft.
I think Secret, they had layered initiation in the previous one. Hoof Stomp, Storm jumping in, Ursa. I think you need at least one more hero to jump in before DLC so that you can find the Venge or at least create enough chaos in a fight. There will be a Dragonite. It's somewhat of a jump hero. We'll see if it's gonna be a pushing hero, farming hero, or a slowing hero. What do you reckon?
I think for Secret now, especially if this DK is going to be mid, I think it has to be, right? Because this Legion, we're assuming it's going to be offlane, which used to be the role it played. I want to see them having more lockdown. You know, DK only has it with Blink Dagger, and it takes a little bit. I would love to see a position 4 that is a bit, like, that can actually bring this lockdown. Earth Spirit, I don't know how this hero fares right now. Okay, yeah, Hoodwink's fine. Very good against Treant.
It goes well with the Dragonite as well. You can definitely get on top of somebody, and it could be a deny pick if you're looking at this Venge as a core. Though with the Timbersaw coming out, we can probably assume that it's gonna be support. In the end, who knows? I saw a meme of the Dragonite. You know, the 3 dragons meme. When 2 of them are very mad and strong, and then the third one, that's the fire dragon according to the meme. The other ones are super strong, and then the fire dragon looks not as powerful.
Yeah, they buffed it a little bit, but it definitely doesn't seem super strong. It could have been Medusa here. Interesting. Definitely a hero that can survive through the duel. It's really hard to take down. Maybe take away Morphling then, if you want to be able to burst heroes down.
I haven't seen a Morphling. Nobody wants to play it. It just
was banned yesterday, right? I think there was at least one game.
Banned one game. Yes. Yeah. Do you see Pakaz in this game? No. He's waiting in the next series. So
true.
We'll see
is Odin's a Morphling player? Let me double check here.
I think he is.
Most played heroes in the last 100 games are Gyro Luna, Bristle Clinks. So
hasn't played a single one recently though, so I'm guessing that at least in this patch he doesn't want to play it.
Monkey King taken away. What else do you remove against Mr. Crystallis here?
Tiny's out. Razor's out.
No Gyro.
CK?
CK against Leshrac though, and Timber. I think they have decent amount. Maybe Lifestealer.
Even then, maybe he's gonna play an Ursa again, right? It's not out of the question.
It's not bad, yeah. You just
actually
rage
really good Ursa
against the Treant.
That's gonna get banned though.
Yeah, I hope so. I think it's definitely a hero that can also crush the Timber in lane, and they don't really have a lot of flex going with this Leshrac. Like, are you gonna send the Leshrac in the off lane? I don't know. Seems pretty sus.
Yeah, probably not gonna be doing something like that. So let's see. What do you ban? And if they ban the Ursa, it's gonna be a rough one. Maybe then you just pick up a Faceless Void. No, you need some damage.
I think Weaver is good for MOUZ. I think Weaver you can build Lincolns. It's pretty good against the Egg. Hard for the DK to catch. You have time lapse.
Does Unit, has he played it recently? Not
Oh,
that
they get
much.
the Ursa.
It's very smart. You ban out the Faceless Void, you get the Ursa. Now you've put Team Secret in a very uncomfortable position, though. They could go for a Weaver themselves. They could go for something like a Clinks. I know it's not the best laning matchup with the Phoenix, but it's not bad.
I think the match against Ursa is really bad, though. I don't want to see Clinks. It is a very good hero dispatch.
You know
but-
what he plays? He plays a Muerta, right? And that is a good matchup versus the Ursa.
What about the Drow Ranger? We're talking about this hero.
It's
Sky the Ursa.
it's actually decent, right? You build into a
Right, you have
Muerta.
Silence against Timber. You have Mount against the Treant.
Timber is still a counter to the Drow, right? Because the piercing shot doesn't go through bonus armor, and then the Timber applies so much pressure early on that the Drow has to go jungle, and Drow's jungle sucks. So I think not.
Well,
Just
then you
pick a
have to
Muerta.
play Lifestealer, which is pretty bad dispatch, or Weaver. I prefer Drow over Weaver this game, but
Just play Muerta.
the options are hard. Oh,
Go Jug.
I don't know about this. I think it's bad matchup against Ursa. I think this hero got nerfed significantly. It's okay, but this is definitely a better draft for MOUZ. I think I'm going with them.
Nobody to kill the healing ward. That's one thing to keep in mind, right? So you have two strength cores in front with the healing ward and the Sunray healing them. And I think that is something to keep in mind while the Ursa is farming. The LC and the Dragonite will not be dying. That for me is the saving grace for this secret draft. But I do agree that I would much rather play this MOUZ draft. You know what the problem is with MOUZ though? Their catch and their backline jump is non-existent. So that means that the Hoodwink and the Phoenix will be living through it. I still think this is a 2-0.
Okay, I get what you mean. I also feel like they have better lane matchups on the side of MOUZ. If you're just playing from ahead and you have Aegis on this Ursa, you don't have to be the one going for the catch. You can just put the Aegis on the Leshrac, you force the towers. When they go on you, you have Swap, you have Overgrowth, you have the counter initiation of the Ursa. So I can see this draft working if they do better in lanes, which I think they did a much better job at increasing the power of those side lanes. So yeah, it's all about not really playing unnecessarily greedy in the laning stage, and they should be good to go. I want to trust MOUZ.
And this Venge Arcana is so beautiful. When it's right in your face, it is insane how beautiful it looks as the game will be starting. We'll see how MOUZ are going to be doing in this one. Bowie believes in them. Me, not so much. I really want to see this LC in full strength and see just how strong it is. It for me is actually a very good offlaner versus the Ursa, because you have the extra movement speed, right? So you're gonna be able to move yourself away and kite him around the lane.
Yeah, you know what I want to see though? I want to see, okay, we do have the odds here, so slightly better for Secret, but overall still pretty close. Check the facet of the Vengeful Spirit. All right, imagine this game goes 60 minutes. There's a Juggernaut with 1000 CS. The Magic Missile is going to be doing around 1000 damage. Yeah, 1000 damage. I want to see that with a shard, bro.
Let's see if that's gonna be happening. And oh, we got a community drop here. Junkie Monkey, he got the Lean Arcana. Well, we were talking about the Venge Arcana, but the first one that was ever introduced is the Lean Arcana. Remember when you had those chests that you open up at the start of Dota 2, and it would say the possibility of, and then it says Arcana, but nobody ever got it, of course.
Yeah, I remember when Arcanas were attached to $1,000 compendiums, so those were the days. But now this Venge one being much
Lord
easier to
Gaben,
get.
I apologize for Bowie. Invite me to TI, please. I do not associate myself with him. Arcanas are awesome, and put them on level 3000 as far as I
want to
care.
own them.
Yeah, sure. Then you pay the 3000 levels. That's how you do it, because that's the fair thing to do. Good job, Valve.
Okay. Well, since you are gonna be this person, let's talk about this lane here, the most boring lane in the world.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you any longer. We've seen so many lanes that you call
gonna fit first
boring.
blood?
Yeah, I know.
Because
Maybe
he ain't
Supreme.
killing Supreme. He's definitely not killing this Leshrac.
Okay, whatever you say, Bowie. Whatever you say. I'm gonna listen to you. You're my analyst, and I believe that Supreme is not going to die. You're right.
I enjoy your loyalty. Thank you so much. By the way, this is another game where we see the DK. Was it Secret that played DK with the ice form? I think it was, right?
Yes.
They lost that game. I was not impressed with the ice dragon, but I guess it's the same. Like, you're gonna be kind to Ursa, so I do see the value of that, and taking away the HP region of the Leshrac and Bloodstone. Still feel like it's one of the least scaling DK forms.
Timber and the Treant as well, reducing their heals. It can help, but we had so many reasons for that Frost form even before, and it didn't work out too well. What about the top
I
lane?
obviously understand. Yeah, I mean, top lane, gonna have LC plus Hoodwink. That's an incredibly strong lane. Thankfully, they did pick an Ursa, so it can match a little bit of the LC. But now that you get this armor, I feel like this matchup is much better for LC than it used to be. In the past, you would have to jungle against Ursa, but nowadays, you might just be okay. And looking at the CS, it feels like so far he's not feeling pressured at all.
Yep, not at all. The Juggernaut is getting some farm, but so far Force is getting more. How do you feel about this? We don't see a lane with a Timber and a Venge too often.
Yeah, it's... I know Jug has terrible base damage, and I don't think they have the lockdown to kill this Timber, even though they have a lot of damage in between the Phoenix and the Jug. So, to me, this lane is better for MOUZ. I would be surprised to see them dying, for instance.
Well, it's very hard to happen. I finally saw the sapling of the Treant Protector. People that don't know, he has a facet where he puts down a tree and it just spreads the leech seed around it. If you eat the tree, it just comes out again. So I don't know why people even try to cut it down.
I mean, you got the region, right? That's
yeah,
all
with
you
the
can do.
Tango.
Yeah. I think Dota players, they're all in auto mode for those things. So you see something, and you just gotta click it. You gotta interact with it, you know? It's just kind of a ADHD thing.
Yep, that makes sense, It's a reflex that we cannot control. We were born with it 100%. As
like when I play Dota, like I'm constantly okay. I'm constantly pressing the hero hotkey. Even when nothing is happening, I'm just like pressing it, moving the mouse away, going back.
Oh, I know. It's like those guys in PC game clubs who want to look like they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
exactly. I know exactly. When you
I
play
have to
Warcraft,
pretend I'm
you
not
just
a boomer.
when you're playing Warcraft, you just click on your buildings, thinking that they're being built faster by doing so, even though it only seems to you, and your eyes are being deceived. This top lane, this LC is doing so well, man. You cannot fight her. You lose that one. She's pretty speedy. Can just apply pressure to the Ursa. Is he gonna get something like an Orb of Corrosion? That used to be a way to go for Legion Commanders, but no, it's just gonna be the phase boots for the LC. Makes sense.
Yeah, like he's surviving the Ursa. I don't think you can. If you actually try to men fight the Ursa one-on-one, you still lose it. It's just there's not enough harass, and there's no reason for the Ursa to harass the LC when he has 500 barrier just from pressing Q, you know.
Oh, Ursa actually went for the Grudge Bearer. In the previous game, we saw the other talent, the one that increases the durations of your debuffs. So Ursa goes for a different one.
Yeah, I like this one better in general. I do like the other one when you're playing against illusions or heroes that like want to go in and out, because that allows the fights not to be longer for those heroes, and Ursa can always just keep on getting more stacks. But
there's a lot of heals on Secret, so that's why I thought he was going to be going for that one, because the fights are going to be long.
I mean, they have a whole lot of heals, but I feel like they are a commit type lineup, right? You have Duo, you have Egg. You can't... It's not like the other one with Storm and, you know, having like a PL or something. This one, you either go in or you go out.
That makes sense, you're right. Secret are winning the laning stage quite nicely. Not by a huge margin, but every single one of their cores is beating the enemy counterpart by a decent amount. Narman is going to be rotating to just show off his Arcana to Corden, I guess.
Oh, boom. Just playing with fire here, but I don't think they can punish him.
We all had some teddy bears when we were little. Want to see it? Supreme in some trouble. There will be a magic missile on Shishak. Turns around, dive in forward. Narman gets the first blood. They lose their mid laner immediately afterwards. Puppy still goes down there a little bit farther away. It was it the tower shot that followed him, or the or maybe the yep, probably, because it took too long for him to die.
Gordon just getting the rune there, denying that from Leshrac. Definitely very good. We saw the same thing happening in game 1. Like, Secret always a bit more proactive with dealing with these runes, which meant that Supreme, like, for the first 12 minutes, I think, didn't pick up a single rune.
Yep, and I'd say not the greatest supports for rotating in this game in general. Hoodwink probably the best one. Everybody else mediocre at best. EPN here from the Venge wants to save Ulnit as Boom is coming in. Doesn't have the glyph, so isn't really a situation in which you want to dive.
Will pressure this top tower though. I mean, that's kind of a sad TP for Narman, right? The TP in, you don't do anything, you don't really get a stack going. They're just walking to the mid lane.
Yep. It's not looking good. If you were at least stacking for the Lesh with the Venge, you can stack 2 camps with ease, then it's fine.
Yeah. I really dislike this pathing. Okay, they're gonna smoke back to the top lane now. This Legion is a hard kill though. Has Windlace, has Phase Boots, full HP with 2 Lotuses and a Fairy Fire. This is not an easy kill.
And those overwhelming odds, the barrier is not something that you go through easily. He's gonna have it in 3 seconds. They will be looking towards Shishak, so get the support kill. I don't know how happy you are with that.
It's not worth it. This is a smoke. This is a lot of the time. Like, the DK is hitting your mid tower.
They might push.
Okay. 3 points in Edict. That's a decent amount of damage here as they TP someone.
Ooh, Dragon Knight is coming in. Will be defending that tower. Goes for the Dragon Form, instantly slowing down Narman. He's not going to be moving too much. No duel, so not that big of a deal losing the support. Rotation from Corden. Now that rotation from the Lesh actually makes a little bit more sense because you moved Corden around a bit as well.
True, but he will not get the rune out of it, and he doesn't have any stacks to work with. So Supreme farming single camps and not really benefiting again from a rune. As you see Boom poking on it here. I mean, this is crazy, right? When in the history of Dota was Legion a good matchup against Ursing lane?
It was okay, right? Out of all of the melee offlaners, you're not like super slow. Supreme is just staying on the top lane. Shishak dropping low, will die to the Diabolic Edict, and Boom running away. He's so speedy, has 2 healing Lotuses. This guy's not gonna die, but his supports are a much easier grab for MOUZ.
Dude,
Can
it's
the Dragon Knight
all
kill the
damage
tower, though?
barrier. That's crazy. That's all damage. I was like, yeah, at least, you know, the Leshrac does damage to Legion. No, it is not only physical. That's probably something they can nerf. Like, just make it physical, for God's sake.
It makes sense. Legion Commander, she has an armor. She doesn't have a magical armor that protects you from everything. Or,
Yes.
I mean, it's Ice Rock that writes the story, so maybe he wrote it that way for a reason.
Yeah, well, for a reason he loves playing Legion and he wants to get some MMR.
If he loves playing Legion, then I think he actually doesn't like himself because the Legion has been in the dumpster for so long. Imagine how his pubs have been looking. Probably lost like 2k MMR.
That's true. That's definitely not an MMR winning hero.
Or wasn't. Now it is. Now everybody's winning with the Legion Commander. I don't know if it has stopped a bit after the 8 patch, but still. MOUZ are ahead in terms of goals. So these rotations from the Lesh actually haven't been all that bad. Crystalis, he cannot farm as much as Force, who's having a pretty good time here in the bottom lane. In general, MOUZ are doing fine.
Yeah. Corden, though, having the best time of everyone. And he's not going for any initiation tactics here. He's trying to go for those long fights you were talking about. Just getting the damage mitigation, the mage layer, which I'm totally up for.
That looks good. You kite the Ursa with the slow, and then everybody else with their magic damage doesn't do anything to you. That actually just makes a lot of sense.
I have a question for you, and I know I'm the analyst here, shouldn't be asking you this question, but Ursa has been a dumpster for so long, especially in the mage layer patch. I'm assuming that Fear Swipes is spell damage. So does Mage Slayer reduce Fear Swipes damage?
It should, right? Because
it should, right?
Yes, it should.
Okay.
It is physical damage, but it is spell damage as well.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'm even more down for this maze layer of Corden here.
We're gonna be finding out, right? If we see the Ursa just not killing anybody with 10 Fury Swipes onto them, then we're gonna know what the problem is. For people that don't understand, it is physical damage, but it's Mage Slayer reduces spell damage, and Fury Swipes is a spell, so that's why it might actually affect it.
Yeah. So Force has his Kaya. See Crystallis here on the bottom side, going for a Battle Fury. I think most of the other jugs we saw did go for a Maelstrom. So Crystallis just trying to scale just as much as the Ursa here, which I'm definitely not opposed to.
No, definitely not. If you go to the ultra late game, that's where the Juggernaut can actually deal with the Ursa. But most of the early mid game is where the Juggernaut struggles versus the Bear, because you don't do anything to him. You use the ulti, uses the enrage, but later on in the game, use the ulti, and if there's multiple heroes, you might not kill the Ursa, but everybody else dies.
Yeah, I think in the best jug was maybe better against Ursa than he is now, because they took away the MOUZ speed out of the Aghanim Shard. I guess you still slow enemies, but Ursa does have low resistance and will have a BKB, so I wonder how easy it's going to be for Crystallis to maneuver around the fights without having...
Secret, they've had enough with this slow game. Here comes the Bushwhack and the shot. Oh,
good swap.
Well, that was a swap. Narman was in a good position. Crystallis gets stunned up. He still has a haste. Will be running away. Egg used. That's the cue for MOUZ to run away. Their Lesh got low. Not low enough to die. Now they can re-engage with the Egg being down. Don't have much to play with on Secret.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I guess they will take this mid-tier 1 tower, but this Blue Dragon, like, he is very bad at taking buildings in general. So even though this Leshrac had to rotate a lot, even though Corden convincingly won his lane, you don't necessarily snowball off of the win as much as you would with the Poison Dragon. I think that's my criticism towards it. But yeah, does finish the Mage Layer, looking very strong on Corden right now.
Yeah, probably focusing on the later portions of the game. That's what Secret wants to do, and
yeah,
their read of the game previously was good. Understanding how to take fights. If they do it in the same way here, if they just make the fight super long versus MOUZ, slow them down, reduce their healing, get a couple of kills, they should be able to come out.
Smoke the top lane, looking for Boom.
Oh, that's early from Ulnit. Okay, he did force out a spell there with the Overwhelming Gods. It's actually gonna be a dead Boom. Beautifully done by Ulnit. I thought that Boom was just gonna run away. It's gonna be his cue to get out, but he fell for it.
Yeah, just unaware of this smoke rotation here for MOUZ. They don't get anything out of it, but that is a very good kill with the Yellow being super close to the Blink Dagger. He's like 100 gold now and was maybe 12 when he got killed.
Considering that he was pressuring the Ursa, being now 1,000 gold behind, those rotations from Supreme really mattered. We had our doubts about them, but it was actually a very good idea. They probably talked about it even in the drafting phase. Like, guys, they will probably have the Frost Dragon. If that is the case, just send the Treant Protector to the mid lane, keep the tower alive for a long time, and Supreme will make sure that the Legion Commander has a bad time. If that was their tactic, I mean, beat or not, they still made it happen. So nicely done by MOUZ.
Yeah, initially felt like Supreme was gonna suffer from those rotations because there were no stacks for him, but they ended up being able to farm just as fine because Secret, they weren't really willing to be aggressive. Now they are because they're smoking, but yeah, Supreme might be the target here, Blink Dagger.
There's the duel, and I don't know if you're getting this with Pavis. You're probably gonna get him down in the end. Narman next on the menu. Boom. Uses the press the attack onto himself, healing up, has the great healing Lotus as well. Oh, that's gonna be a nice overgrowth. Sunray not really gonna be helping Corden. Even with that Mage Slayer, the Ursa still does a massive amount of damage. With Force wanting to go for a chase, has the Timber Chain forward, blink away. Puppey, however, in trouble, has the Egg, who almost dies, and at least that last Timber Chain will miss. That would have been very scary for Puppey.
Yeah, if you had to force the Egg there or anything, would be a pretty big win for MOUZ. And yeah, at the end of the day, they kill the Leshrac, but they don't get the dual bonus damage, and they also lose the DK.
Yep, and also we're gonna have a quiz for all of our viewers. Just scan the QR code, it will take you where you're gonna be answering some pretty basic questions while Boom is trying to survive. The question of should he have been in the top lane has been answered for us, however, and it is a quick no.
Looking at the LC here, he died again. Boom just died in the top lane. they're gonna roll shot it. This is huge for MOUZ.
Yep, there's nothing that you can do to stop it. You do have the egg, but Secret are not prepared for this. They went for a very passive approach with their heroes, and you have an LC on your side. This hero wants to get kills, and you didn't go that route whatsoever. You have a Battle Fury, you don't have a Blink on the Dragonite. The only damage you have for the duel is your Sharpshooter, and it's not gonna be enough to get those kills, especially not against the swap. So Supreme now he gets the Aegis. So he
Oh, they find the Timber.
Do they have the damage to kill him? That's the real question. With the Sharpshooter breaking him already, he has a ton of armor, but will die either way, tied to a tree. A worst possible death for a Timber Saw.
Exactly. Huh. So at the end of the day, the difference this game compared to game number 1 is that they have this Ursa on MOUZ, but they have a Leshrac that can't take towers. The problem for Secret was the game ended up lasting too long because the Ursa is just not good at taking towers, and the Storm is also pretty bad. I think MOUZ can really use these ages to their benefit and accelerate this game, and it could throw a wrench on the plans of Secret of taking this super late. Like, this LC is not scaling whatsoever. Horton still needs a fair amount of time, and yeah, we'll be able to survive here. They get a Blink Dagger, but you know, they have 2 Blinks, but they like the damage, right? Phoenix, I guess the Hoodwink brings a little bit of damage on Shishak, but everyone on the side of MOUZ is pretty tanky. You probably have to rely on killing the supports if you're Secret right now.
I think MOUZ gunning for like the 35-minute mark to win the game is actually a very smart approach with the second Aegis. That would be amazing. Now they're gonna try to use the first one to be super aggressive. The egg was used, and there's the Sunray with the shard. Just making Supreme run away. Look at the damage from Corden. Not to be underestimated. It took some time, but he did a lot of it now, trying to run away or fly away as he's a dragon. Slowed down to a crawl. Will be purged, but still, that spell doesn't give you all that much any longer. It gives you a little bit of movement speed, but in the end, it is still a dead Dragonite. Did they take care of the Aegis? But will probably lose the mid lane tower.
Yeah, and you know, I was looking, the DK was turning around to hit the Ursa as he chased. I have a feeling it doesn't work on Fierce Rock. He was still doing a lot of damage despite his DK having a lot of armor. But yeah, regardless, another kill. And they want more, but I don't think they can get crystals. That's a hard one.
Yeah, maybe it's because the debuff is on you rather than it's from the Ursa.
Yeah, that's definitely...
I'm gonna have to check.
I'm gonna keep watching, but after the game, I'll check in the lobby. It's just that, like, Maze Layer was super popular, but Ursa was, like, non-existent in that patch. Like, you would rarely see that hero.
Yeah, I'm probably guessing that one of our viewers already tested it out. Also, there's one big item here for MOUZ. That's gonna be the Aghanim Scepter of the Timber Saw. So if there's gonna be a long fight, that Timber is not gonna be dying. He can stay in the middle of everybody on the side of Secret, and they don't have the damage to kill him. You have to have something to purge that off. I'm guessing a Nullifier later on the Jug is gonna be something that you're gunning for. But for now, your Yules would be best, which nobody's buying at the moment.
I don't think you purge the armor though, right? I think you purge the explosion at the time it is, but you still keep the armor.
The barrier just stops.
Yeah, but you keep the armor, right? Because you go to max reactive armor stacks. So
yeah, sure. Reactive armor stacks, yeah, but the barrier is the one that you cannot go through. Twisted Chakra misses there on Shishak. Oh, that was... It looked like it was gonna kill him, and then it just turned around just before it goes.
Bottom line,
boom.
lane though.
Yeah, he's being chased up. Speaking of Yule Scepters, they have one to keep Boom in place, and he's been trying to find his place in this game. So far, the Legion Commander and her debut here in Group B haven't been the greatest.
Yeah, you got such a good laning stage, but what this Legion farmed towards wasn't what Secret wanted to do. I guess they expected the Hoodwink and the Legion to play better off of each other, but they never really got to enable Boom at all. Like, all of those dual attempts didn't really yield him any bonus damage. He also died of one of those fights, and MOUZ just in a pretty good position right now. They still are on a clock, I think, but so far it doesn't feel like Secret will get to where they want fast enough.
Yeah, it's not ticking all that fast. I think they didn't drive that much around winning the duels at all.
Yeah, they definitely didn't. And it's a first pick LC, so maybe they felt like it was just so OP in the lane that it wouldn't matter. But yeah, not
it
how
matters.
the game unfolded.
It certainly does matter here, Bowie, as Secret have only gotten 5 kills so far. We're having a relatively passive game, but a lot of tension, and Secret want to apply some pressure. They have the Omni Stars, the Juggernaut does a ton of damage, looking towards Supreme. Duel, actually, they want the Venge. That is a good hero to go for. Is it finally gonna be a duel victory? Yes, boom, is the winner. The egg was used, it's time to bail from MOUZ. Bengen waiting in the trees, as he is one himself. Bushwhack does connect, and here comes Olnit jumping in just next to the high ground. That is a dangerous place to be in.
Alright, so they will disengage here. Time for the Wisdom Rune though. MOUZ poking, trying to go for it. They know there's no duel.
Force can't die once he uses the reactive armor. Is he gonna be doing it? There's the stun and the Omni Slash as well, trying to kill him with the Bushwhack. Oh. The barrier is a little bit too much. It's time to run away with the spin. Instant overgrowth. He can get out of it, but as soon as the spin ends, that's when he will be allowed. Force dropping low. Has to be very careful. Without his reactive armor, he's going to be in trouble. And here comes the Dragonite, reducing
Holy.
his heals. Look at what he's doing to them. They are not moving. They're just all frozen. And Supreme will be next to them in the menu. Here comes the Venge coming back in the fight. Died earlier. Still, he's going to be Corden getting a double kill. Crystal is speedy. Who is faster, him or the bear with the slows on Ulnit? They're going to be able to cut out the bear. Narmer, he just came back to the world of the mini. He is going to be burned or frozen, however you want to look at it. Dragon Tail onto the poor Ursa, trying to get out of this Sunray, but will get taken down by Shishak, with Narman being next to the menu. Corden gets a triple, and Shishak gets a double kill. Secret and their beautiful team fight.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of balls on MOUZ trying to take that fight. They knew all of the Yotis were off. There was no egg, no duel. Only Omni Slash was available, I believe. But Secret took an amazing fight. Like, it was so close. The Juggernaut living with 100 HP. The Ursa committing a bit too hard for it. And they do turn it around. And yeah, the kiting of that DK seems to be the response. Like, even though they picked this Jug into Ursa, I guess we underestimated how much the DK with the cross armor can do against the Ursa. Like, he's just... everyone, right? All of the cores on MOUZ hates to play against this DK. And finally, Corden showing off... what he wants to do. He's even going to get more attack range with the Dragonlance so that he's even more of a nuisance.
So LC got the shard, so that's more damage, radius bonus and duel. Yeah, that's pretty nice. It does apply retroactively, so his one duel victory is worth 18 damage now.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. Like I think this is a great shard for him. The overwhelming odds aspect is like meh, but I guess now that the barrier is like exists, it makes this a bit better than it used to be.
And just like that, the gold lead that MOUZ have been accumulating for 22 minutes is gone. The game is completely even, and you would argue that Secret, with that approach to fights, with the Dragonite just being super annoying, MOUZ are not going to be able to play that easily, and the odds are reflecting it. Secret heavily favored to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, Dota Plus, though, still giving them 64% for MOUZ, and I can't really disagree. I still feel like they have lots of great timings, but it really depends on how the fights are going to unfold. I definitely feel like MOUZ forced that fight a bit too much, and that's with them being ahead at that point. So now the fights are easier for Secret, and...
oh, look at the items of the Dragonite. That's so cool. Corden knows how he plays these fights. This is beautiful. Just go for the pike. He got the Force Staff first. Kite the Ursa, win the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. We also have Scepter on the Phoenix to kite the Ursa as well. That's really good, dispelling the Fierce Swipes as well as just kiting Mr. Onix. But his BKB is on the way.
Shishak was annoyed here by the Treant Protector. Imagine you are a squirrel and suddenly your house is going up against you. That's very annoying. But overall, the does escape. The Treant Protector gets himself out, not protecting that ward any longer. That ward could give a false sense of security if Secret wants to smoke.
Yeah, are they ready for that though? Seems like they are waiting for the butterfly on the Jug. Crystallis still has a pretty decent time until he finished that one off. But Roche is up, and I think Secret, they don't need to smoke necessarily, but I think you want to play around Roshan and MOUZ. I mean, they're kind of ready. If the Ursa TPs to that area, they could sneak this Roshan.
Let's see if they're going to be able to do so. Bengen still being super annoying, still doesn't have his Blink Dagger, but being super useful with the shard. TP away from Crystallis, going towards the mid lane. So that is the Roche on top. MOUZ. They haven't entered the pit just yet.
I guess, okay, so Own It might push this wave and go through the twin gates. I guess that's the plan.
But Secret knows now, right? They are prepared in their triangle. They have good vision. They can smoke from there and enter the fight any way they like.
It is really fast though. They have to be super on point on how you take this fight, especially because the only AoE spell they have is the egg. But alright, they are smoked. They seem to be baiting this on MOUZ. They are not in the Roche pit right now.
Ursa has a BKB. Lotus Orb is being delivered to the Timber Sun. Oh, actually, the courier is just waiting for the last component.
You have to kill the Phoenix. The jump on Ursa is going to be really important. If you can force a bad egg, if you can find the Phoenix, it's how this fight becomes much easier here for MOUZ.
There will be a lot of trees dead there. Nicely done by Supreme, making sure that Gordon cannot hide in there. They get the war
just
down
using
as well.
the Roche fog here. He's just standing inside the Roche pit and
Is he
waiting
gonna start going?
I don't think. Oh, he will. Okay.
Ursa is starting on the Roche. Secret, they are
They're
probably not aware.
They're buying so much time here with this Timber Salt. Okay, well, now they are. So, Secret's gonna have to smoke again.
Going in, smoke does break, force in the trees, gonna get stunned up. There's the Dragon Tail. Crystallis not using his ulti just yet. There's the Aghanim Scepter from Forest, gonna get lifted up into the air, instantly burns off Crystallis. Oh, what a Lotus Orb! He's gonna be jumping into the air as well, though Supreme does take a lot of damage. Boom, no duel for you. The Overgrowth will be there. Manta and the Spill. Crystallis trying to run away. Corden will get caught too, gets stunned up. Crystallis, he has to get away from the Ursa, will not be allowed to do so. Secret, they've lost the fight, they've lost it heavily, and now this Dragon, and it has been such a huge nuisance, will get taken out of the sky. Zolnit gets a double, and now he slayed one dragon. He's gonna slay another.
That's definitely not a dragon, but Own It. He slayed the Phoenix, and that was the most important part. He was so patient with his positioning. He gets on top of Puppey. No egg being cast in that fight. MOUZ, they play Secret like a middle. They just knew that Secret had to contest his Roshan, and they played around the high ground, played around positioning there first. Much better than Secret could.
I mean, they did everything right. Lotus Orb for the Omni Slash, and you killed the egg as well. And then you get the present. Our viewers get the present as well in this QR code, and you get the 1x bet app. It's gonna be giving you so much info on the games with a ton of stats as well. There's MOUZ now, 6k gold lead, Aegis Cheese in hand, Ursa has the shard, they have everything they need. This is that timing that we were talking about, Bowie. 35 minutes, that is when you apply the pressure, that is when you try to end the game.
That's the second Aegis as well, so the tier 2 will start falling. And Secret, they're gonna have to... I guess at this stage, you can't really... You can't really take this fight. You have to pretty much accept you have to scale. Crystallis is getting his butterfly. No MKB inside here for this Ursa just yet. Mount on the DK, right? I guess you dispel the Earth Shock, but is that
Overgrowth?
the item you need? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the Manta definitely lost a lot of value on this hero now.
Do you slow with the Manta illusions?
I think so, as Shishak will be
Escaping? Ah, no, they found him. They're just doing very nice movement there to make sure that he cannot escape. Shishak's movement was perfect, but when you're up against 3 heroes, they can just spread out and make sure that you're caught.
I mean, at least they get vision of everyone, so the Cores and Secret can still get farm. Boom is in a pretty cool position right now. Could even cut a wave if he wants to. I think that's what he's gonna try and do.
Corden caught. If he had the Manta here, Bowie, he would have been able to escape, but because he doesn't, he's gonna be taken out. Tried to get the Dragon Tail into Supreme, unsuccessfully.
Yeah, unfortunately, will fall, and MOUZ slowly shrinking the map here for Secret. Not a lot of places they can be, and all of the places they can be, MOUZ can as well.
Oh, Puppey bought a gem. He sees that this map is a problem, or he doesn't see all that much on the map, and that is a problem for Secret, whilst MOUZ already did buy a gem. They understand that this is their timing. This is a time where they can, in the easiest possible way, without much pain to themselves, end this one, and they're just doing everything they can to do so.
Yeah, they're gonna remove the last outer tower. Still 2 minutes on the Aegis, so there's a chance for MOUZ to get one lane of barracks, I think. If they really want to commit with the catapult wave timing right now, they can definitely do it. It's just that Mr. Crystallis wants to cut that wave, and okay, has to TP away.
Nice, fine.
But the catapult's still alive.
It is. They're coming over. The last outer tower will drop. Secret, they really won't have anywhere to mount up a fight. They've only taken down 2 tier 1s, so in terms of map control, MOUZ are ways ahead of Secret. 8k gold lead, not insurmountable, but Dota Plus says only 11% for Secret. Do you agree with that assessment, or would you give them a bit more?
I'll give them a bit more, but not that much. Maybe like 18%, 17, I guess fits this game well.
So it's either 4% or 80%, depending on who's playing the Spirit Breaker.
Okay. In the mid lane, though, looks like Narman... Looks like Supreme is chilling here. They're not gonna fully utilize his Aegis, which I think is fine. Like, they control the map. You definitely don't want to throw... with your Aegis expiring, there's an LC on the enemy side, but they're just choking Secret right now. And yes, you're still on a clock, but you did a lot with the second Aegis. I don't think you have to be like too sad about not getting barracks. They're gonna poke, but I doubt they're gonna go like much more.
Yeah, you don't have the banner. Usually that would be a good thing, though doesn't seem like so here. Supreme gets poked by the dragon. Only level 17 on Cord, and Crystallis is level 20 hours, so this Juggernaut is not a joke.
Yeah, has the butterfly, but MKB is on the way for the RC, so Ownit will eventually be able to handle that.
I mean, in his lifesteal talent, that's something that you should not disregard. If he gets his ulti off and he's super low, he's probably going to be healing back up to full if he hits the supports a couple of times.
Definitely. Boom, still with only 18 dual damage, man. That's rough.
Are we gonna be getting out the predictions? How much he's gonna have at the end of the game? Is he even getting a single duel victory ever again?
I think he gets another one. I think he gets at least another one.
Okay. Lesh has the shard, has the cheese, will have the Shivas fairly soon. So the heals from the Sunray, press the attack, and of course the passive ones from the Dragonite are not gonna be as great. Boom, he's gonna steal the Wisdom Rune. Okay, that is a cool play, though. He is staying to farm the Ancients. Please go and take the Wisdom Rune. Be wise, Boom.
Just let the guy be, let him get his money. Zixak, though, did scale quite a bit. Level 17, he's actually the same level as Corden, just by split pushing. He's also always dragging MOUZ after him, so...
he's the X Factor.
Yeah, he can definitely scale. He doesn't have like the crits or the Desolator right now, but you still do a lot of damage only by having Gleipnir on Hoodwink.
And Secret are doing a good job not allowing MOUZ to increase this lead. 9k gold lead is solid, but as time progresses, it's not as much as it was a couple of minutes ago. It is the next Aegis that MOUZ are probably going to be looking for. Do Secret, with their understanding of what's going on around the map right now, do they just let the Roche go, give it to MOUZ, and not care about it whatsoever?
I think you take the fight. If you have the waves pushed up enough, even if you lose the fight but take the Aegis away, it might be better than just trying to defend high ground. It's not like Secret's high ground is bad, but I wouldn't say it's great either. So you have this like shard on Leshrac. It is not easy to defend your high ground when there's like 3 splitters up.
The Jugger is going for a Scotty, which is okay in terms of reducing the heals. I can't help but wonder if the Aghanim Scepter would be slightly better for him.
They nerfed Dominus Slash so much. I feel like it's just much worse. They also, like, they nerfed the damage and the cost range. But I honestly don't know for sure. Like, I'm not a Jug player. Maybe Axis is just not as good anymore. That said, you know, the Scotty and being able to kite Xerxes is very important as well.
He's got it. Next item will be the Abyssal Blade. He wants to be able to stand his ground versus whomever. It's not gonna be easy. There's a ton of damage on MOUZ, but with these items, he might just be capable of doing so. Both teams. Actually, no, only Secret now in a smoke. MOUZ just in a very good position.
Yeah, this is
No Treant.
7. Roche will be on the dire side, so Secret, they are up against so many barriers. You're up against 8k goal lead. You're up against Roshan being on the dire side and buybacks counting more for MOUZ. And in general, the team fight of MOUZ just seems easier to execute. You have this Treant getting so much vision around the area. Luckily for them, it's a long respawn timer.
They tried to go towards the bottom lane and find the Treant Protector. They didn't have the guts to actually jump the Timber Saw. So now they try to claim this area of the map. But yeah, to me, it's looking like Secret are just gonna let the Aegis go. It's one of those situations where I think it might actually be the smarter choice.
You need to have the waves pushed to contest that Roche.
Yep.
Or else, when you lose the fight and you have no buybacks, like they will force your high ground. They have this Leshrac. So.
Can they push them though?
Yeah, I mean, they have 2 Manta Illusion heroes, right? It's alright, but it's not great. It's definitely
Dragonite still hasn't finished his Manta though. He went for a Hand of Midas.
Oh my lord, I haven't seen that. Okay. Yeah, that's desperation right there.
What? No, dude, that's making money. It's called investing into your
32
future.
Meta Midas? You're gonna tell me this is a good investment? Are you investing in like...
Dude, you know, Bitcoin was $1. Everybody said, no, don't do it. Then it was 5, no, don't do it. 20, don't do it. 70, don't do it. You know, at some point, you're like, this is gonna be great.
Pizza with 20,000 Bitcoins. That's what he did with this Midas right here. That's a terrible investment. But, you know, if this goes super late, sure, it can pay off. If he was playing Doom, alright, I can get behind that. It looks like Doom is your real tech bro hero. But DK, I'm not sure about that.
The Timber Saw has a Hex. That is a big deal. Also, Leshrac will be going for a Wind Waker, making him just not that easy to bring down. Legion Commander with his Nullifier. Corden, don't breathe. Don't breathe, or don't be afraid even, because the Ursa can smell it. Oh, look at it. He's roaring. Did you see the bear just roar? That was a heart-stopping moment for Corden.
They still have that ward, so Corden, they know he's there, but they already went through the portal. Are they coming back? I don't think so.
Guys, we were so close to killing him. Yeah, they're TPing. They still have a tier 2, so this Dragonite is looking very much dead. Yeah, Ursa jumped him. He's half HP. We don't even want to look. Yeah, don't look. Actually, with the Pike, he got very close to escaping. Unfortunately, there's 2 of them. Swap is there into the hands of the Ursa once more.
Yeah, so Roche is now up, and they will probably rotate. MOUZ, definitely a bit angry, because all of the Roshan spawn timers are pretty slow. I think they could have sped up this game way more if they were a bit luckier in that regard. But still, they have the 10k goal lead. They will probably fight Roche, but there's a smoke from Secret. I guess they wanted to get people on their way to the Twin Gates, but they're late, and can they stop this? I think it's too risky.
No. Just let it go. It's a 4 versus 5. You're going up against the cheese. So now, MOUZ are going to have double cheese, Aegis, Aghanim Scepter. I don't know who you give it to. It is going to be the Lesh, so his Nihilism is there. They have a greater healing Lotus on the Venge as well. Good luck getting any of these kills.
Yeah, double cheese, Lotus. They have a full banquet on the side of MOUZ here. They can feast off of everything, and at the end of the day, yeah, this looks really hard for Secret, not gonna lie. Their high ground defense is like mediocre. This Legion offers no threat whatsoever. Like, this Legion has a Nullifier queued up for the last 10 minutes. This game's looking really hard.
We're expecting the Ursa to get the Aghanim Scepter over the Lesh, or do you think the Nihilism is the right choice? He also has the AD rune on the Lesh.
I think Nihilism is pretty good this game. I think I prefer it a bit more.
That Nullifier not done just yet. Ursa, MKB is being delivered, so Butterfly not as great as you would have hoped for. I don't think there was a single fight that Secret took since they got the Butterfly.
Yeah, definitely didn't feel that way. I guess, you know, he split pushes better with the illusions, but the Butterfly didn't really appreciating value too much.
Guess what is doing quite well? It is the Midas. So the Dragonite will have his 9-second BKB in no time because he has this item in level 20 as well.
Alright, well, that's what we're very happy right now then, but The map is not happy. All the waves on the side of Secrets, they can't really leave their side of the map. Shishak, though, is going for a Lotus Orb. Oh, I guess it's very good for the Overgrowth, especially now that DK doesn't have that Manta.
Who's gonna do the damage? I don't know if the Juggernaut can do it all on his lonesome. If the Legion Commander had a ton of dual damage, sure. But I think they need the damage of Shishak. There's the Abyssal Blade on Crystallis. Goes for a spin, will be fine. But 6 Fury Swipes already on him.
There is an Axe on the Jug, so he does have a bit more DPS now. But a lot of armor, living armor, so many heals, as you said. The Secret doesn't have a lot of burst damage at the end of the day, so they will pop those cheeses off. They will pop the Lotuses.
There's the Bushwhack. They take down the tree instantly. Own it. Not sure if he wants to go
the
forward.
swap.
They get the swap. That is a huge kill if you can get it. They were going to use the Manta earlier. Oh, that Manta needs to be used later. They did bring down Norman. He has the Aghanim Scepter. At least killed that illusion. No buyback on the Jug. Bushwhack, Gleipnir, and they get rid of the illusion. So it is a 1-for-1, but you lost the core. Yules on the Ursa. Still on the chase. The duel on Ulnit. He's the one with the Aegis. They're going to try to take him down once with success. Boom. Trying to get himself away. Press the attack. Has enough movement speed to do so. As there will be Bushwhack on force. Has to run away. Here comes the attack. Stop mid-dive. Wasn't expecting that. It's the buyback. No more egg on him. Nice BKB from Gordon. That's a 9-second one. Protecting himself with a Yules there on Supreme and his Lesh. Ursa going for Shishak, Yuled up into the air again. Bushwhack just jumping into it. Supreme wasn't expecting that. He cannot run away all that easily, but you are losing your Raxes. Not just yet. Again, the Wind Waker will protect Supreme himself. Range Rax is down. Melee might be a bit too hard to take down just yet. There's a jumping puppy's gone. No Phoenix for 95 seconds, and without the Dragon form, this should be an easy grab. Ulnit is also level 25 from that fight. Hex onto the Legion Commander. The Piggy will live. Blink out in time. Force just trying to burn down everything in his wake.
They have duel, but still waiting seconds on this Jug. This is going to be one lane of barracks, and it might be the second one. At least force the second glyph, and there we go. If they want to be cautious, they can leave, but no puppy for 70. They might still be feeling very confident here.
This Boomerang is doing a solid amount of damage. Here comes the Jug going in with the Blink, trying to force down Shishak, and he gets force staffed but dies in the process. Here comes Crystallis. Your 3 cores are alive on Secret. You do seem super weak. There's the stun onto the Timber Saw. Omni Slash, nope, only the Swift Slash on Supreme. Boom has been found. No duel for you. Has a buyback. Will try to re-engage the fight. Do something Lotus to protect Supreme with the Wind Waker. He'll just run himself away. The winds are blowing in his favor. It seems that they're taking MOUZ into game 3. There will be a duel. Nobody cares about your duel. They're just gonna turn around and finish off poor Boom. Has not been looking good with those in the back lines. Swift Slash, Omni Slash, Crystal is trying to do the best he can, but in the end his best is not gonna be good enough. Secret at mid-defeat, and MOUZ will still stay indetermined by forcing out game 3.
Yeah, I mean, their draft was better on MOUZ, like, I gotta say. I feel like Secret could have won this game, but the way they itemized made this game really hard. You had 2 opposing ideas. You have a Blink Rush Legion Commander with not enough damage to get kills, whilst at the same time, I don't know, they just couldn't play together. Jug was AFK farming, which is fine, but this DK never really got to utilize the lane that he won. Like, he destroyed the lane, but he's an Ice Dragon, and we could see like the value that he brought in the fights, but I feel like they totally wasted the lanes that they won.
Yep, I think where MOUZ won this draft and how they did it is by taking away all of the carries that Secret wanted to play. And then you were left in a position where you didn't know exactly what to do, and you went with comfort. Crystallis on his Juggernaut, I can't say he played bad, but he didn't bring anything to his team. Early on, he came in with the rotations, but there was nobody to play with. Maybe if it was another carry that could have won the lane and then just tried to play with this Legion Commander, giving her more duels, it would have been different. But there just weren't any type of those heroes left, Bowie, and I think that's where MOUZ just showcased that they were ready for this drafting phase.
Yeah, I think MOUZ did a great job. We kind of talked about Secret getting the airs, and maybe that's what they wanted, but MOUZ really smartly snatched that one off. Even though he didn't beat the Legion in lane, you could see how easier it is for the Ursa to play this game compared to the Jug. Like, he had a lot of farm, but the fights aren't that easy to take. I feel like taking away the move speed of the Jug's shard and making it too slow is just not good enough. Like, the hero just couldn't maneuver around the fights, whereas the old Jug, like, you're just zooming around with no boots at 500 move speed.
And these Group B teams here, Bowie, they don't lose that easily. This is gonna be the 4th series of Group A, of Group B, and it is the 3rd series that is going all the way. So we're gonna be taking a break, the last break of this series,
They now
to find out.
think that Roshan is being contested, but they find a beautiful lasso onto Cloud. Cloud gets the BKB up, gets the Insatiable up, will be healing back though, and with the Dragon Knight, they will take out that Re-up core Bad Rider to remove any additional Firefly damage from the team fight, though it is gonna cost them Cloud eventually. Rubik dies for that, and Brewmaster and Leicester, they have a lot of work to do turning this fight around now, as Zoe dies in the backline, and there is still that Luna ultimate going through all the Manta style illusions in no time, forcing the Leicester to reveal that Aghanim Scepter on the Luna for the disarm, but that's only gonna buy him some time, as Brewmaster may be able to walk away there, but Self-Hate, can you, well, with the Bloodthorn coming out there.
Find some plays around the map. There used to be a bug where if you infest, they just wander off.
Yeah, Rehab just gets meat grinded by that Luna with the Glaives orbiting around her as Bad Rider. Where is he now to stop this Dragon Knight? Well, he is dead and he does not want to buy back, but him not buybacking, coming back in immediately will cost the team fight, as now their life stealer is left isolated with both of the supports dying almost instantaneously as Leicester gets taken down by the Luna.
Yeah. Oh, we might be having some fights here.
Yeah, it looks like the initiation will be tanked by Sunset, though Sunset still fine through all of that thanks to a great lead sheet from Zoe, giving maximum value as Chira Jr. getting lower and lower. The extra little parry fire not enough to protect him with one more Nether Blast from the Pugna. And now Zype, they want more. They are known for their aggression here and would like every kill they can get. It's gonna be a 2-for-2 by the end of it, which OneWin are still continuing to fight. They would really love to kill off Rehab as well, though Swedenstrong instead gets surrounded with another leech seed, and they cannot dive this tower or Tree and Protector may die, but thanks to that leech seed he is gonna be okay as Rehab. Sure, he's a 1 position, but he already has a slightly delayed Radiance timing, so they need these kills. Pugna being a great one to start with, although they do commit the Tree and Protector ultimate, all just for the first life, and did lose Swedenstrong once again as Phoenix. He will be forced to ult, but Weaver just right-clicks that down with the Gemini attack. Nice Aki says, as Chira Jr. gets himself a double at the tail end of that fight. He will be surrounded by the enemy team though, and with the Pangolier being brooding away from the map, Leicester has no choice but to teleport, as that is going to be another fight won by an excellent use of the Primal Split.
A prequel, I'm sorry, prequel is gonna be for the Rush Ray potential. Oh, they find side pivots again.
Yeah, they wanted to look for a Templar Assassin, instead end up finding the Pangolier, but Pangolier is able to get out an ultimate, and Rubik will hit the Pango with a stolen Pugna ultimate, as now Rehab gets punished for that by being silenced, but Chira Jr. is already too low! Chira Jr. goes down, the life is still trying to hold his own, but with the stolen Rolling Thunder, he will just...
Yeah, Swashbuckle and Tusk tag team is one of those great combos as well. Look at the block coming out from the illusion. This is perfect.
Yeah, the Lycan Wolves are there as well, just the small wolves to benefit off of the tech team. There's no Dragon Knight. He is the highest armor hero in this game, and Pangolier, he goes for a nice Rolling Thunder. But with the Chronosphere, it will still not prevent the Faceless Wipe from killing him. However, that does leave Self-Hate exposed, and Self-Hate does not manage to get out on that Faceless Wipe, but in comes Danica with a huge 2-man black hole. So at the end of the day, it will still very much be a win for the side of Zype, who would love to get Munkushi as well, but Munkushi gets the Windrunner jump, as now the smoke is gonna be broken. OneWin, they realize where the enemies are, they will immediately activate their ultimate, as Chira Jr. once again being jumped, but once again he survives through everything. And as Chira Jr. survives, well, in comes the black hole, but Tusk just has no black holes allowed, as Enigma goes down, and with that Enigma down, with the black hole wasted, now the cleanup is in favor of OneWin, who run down the Dragon Knight with the Wind Ranger. Chira makes sure that Cloud gets a bonus kill there with the right click as well, and now Zoe running for his life. But I do like how Chira Jr. top tower, getting pressured a bit by the side of Zai, but Zai, they get re-up caught for that, and with the huge nuke there from the Keeper of the Light, he will just be killed off. Chaos Knight, though, gets frozen up by the Crystal Maiden, takes a lot of damage as the Crystal Maiden ultimate doesn't quite finish him off with the bash from the Spirit Break. He's still very much gonna go down. As in comes an initiation by Salfate, who gets a flash heap for that. He will be called down upon, but Patch, can he survive against the Chaos Knight Assault? Not with Chaos Knight having a BKB, just rendering himself immune against the Patch's huge magical damage, but in comes the Razor with a BKB of his own. He's gonna tank through the homing missile from Stormanyen. Stormanyen with the Razor ultimate just killed up as Chaos Knight. He's still remaining holding his own, but nothing that Rinziku can do against the Static Link from the Razor as Seneca gets an ultra kill up of the first BKB. Because now Salfate, he immediately knows where the enemy team is. He immediately knows where he wants to stand, but does he really want to stand there? Well, with the Spirit Breaker coming in, probably yes, as Patch holding his own. And well, Beastmaster with the first BKB gets a nice jump on the Zeus instead, turning the fight completely around, because now most of the damage is gone. But is it really most of the damage? Because look at the Razor with the ultimate trying to kill off Stormanyen. The creeps are kind of annoying and counterproductive with that, as Razor gets put into a nightmare, cannot go for more. Dendi gets ran down by that one position Patch, and Patch is gonna get a bonus flash heap. Hunt over on the top lane where Razor will be caught, will be Beastmaster roared once, will be Beastmaster roared twice, but Beastmaster, he tried to roar the Razor back into his team so they could kill the Razor before reinforcements arrive, which instead allowed Razor to get the refresher orb off and kind of save his own hide as Rinziku gets killed off with the Patch on top of him, as Patch gets locked down for freaking ages without the BKB available, but he is still very much chasing for more, as only the Beastmaster and the Keeper of the Light are alive, and they get free vision on the Beastmaster. Beastmaster will not be caught by the Patch, but instead will be caught by the Spirit Break, who comes in asking for a high five, saying, hey look, my carry got a free kill, yet another flash heap. More resources on Gyrocopters just hitting their racks, as this should be the first lane of Medirex of the game, but in comes Smoke. However, the Smoke will not hit onto anyone just yet, as Timbersaw gets jumped first with the Pangolier initiating, and PMA, as such a huge playmaker, is trying to go for more, but a double BKB will allow them to burst down Niku, as that is the first death on Got the Juice, but it's just in time for that Aegis to at least still get him back to life, as Pangolier jumps in once more. 2 for 2. A great counter initiation from one win, but that did cost them their Timbersaw, who isn't buying back just yet. Okay, it's the Shadow Demon buying back, hoping that that's gonna be enough against the Gyrocopter, that he can't kill him with his own illusions, but guess what? Got the Juice. He still has his own BKB, but he quickly realizes he has to teleport out and doesn't make it. He underestimated the damage of the Luna, and now Bad Rider will be caught and killed off as well. And Niku is now slightly falling off, but it's gonna be Cloud going for a very aggressive initiation. He's instantly gonna force out the BKB on the Bad Riders. Pangolier realized that this may be an opportunity to go for more. Will be getting himself in with the Rolling Thunder, but look at the amount of physical damage he takes. That's the problem. All of the damage is physical. BKBs do nothing. Roll up does nothing. The Shadow Grave will keep Daze alive though, but only for so long, as more Glaives are bouncing. And Mukushi is only getting more fat as time goes on, still trying to hold his own against Niku, but Niku's BKB is allowing him to get Chira Jr. extremely low. Still not quite killed up, as more Glaives are bouncing, killing off the Gyrocopter, and will finish off the Dazzle the moment Shadowgrave goes down for just a split second. In the previous game, and one in the previous series as well, so I may be expecting that again as far as win rate goes, but no, because Patch misses the hook, which would have let them instant kill Urza's first life, as now Sniper has to get out of there, but the rest of the Snapfire ultimate is going to be committed into the team fight instead, as out comes a Fiend's Grip, but Vayne just instantly dies. Timbersaw doomed up, cannot do anything to defend himself with the Gyrocopter in front of him. Sniper at least gets another kill out of that. Currently farming some stacks. This is exactly the timing they want for Got the Juice, however, does not
exactly where Secret wanted to farm with those cores, and they punished it heavily. So it does feel like draft is still like the most important part. They are close enough skill-wise that with a good draft you get like a big edge in the game. I feel like this is closer than a lot of people gave MOUZ credit for.
Yep, I mean, coming into the day, I mean, the odds weren't that much in favor of Secret, just a little bit, so I don't think in general that people looked at Secret as the heavy favorites. They did take a game off of OG yesterday, looked solid. Shishak gelling well with the team, actually performing quite nicely, but there still seems to be something missing from Secret to be that team that they were. 2020 was probably their most dominant year.
Yeah, looking at the drafts here, I don't think we're gonna see too different of bands. To be honest, we might even see Secret giving away this LC. You know, I don't know. I feel like the LC had a much better lane than I expected to, but then the game felt flat. Maybe Secret can still pick the LC and look better with it if you get like a Skyrift mage, if you find a Snapfire that can frequently get dual kills with. But yeah, it really depends how you're feeling. You know, if Boom's like, I didn't like playing Legion, let's just play something else, the hero might just go unnoticed and ignored during the Diz draft.
And luckily they ban out the Lesh, right? It has been the go-to first pick for MOUZ for so long, and I cannot believe that you're not giving them the respect to get it out. Supreme has been playing this hero forever. He probably has like 3,000 Lesh games in his pubs.
Yeah, I think it's fine to leave the Lesh through if you know you're going to get the Storm. But since MOUZ is banning that, you're not going to get a better mid matchup or a hero that like can do as much. I think Leshrac, at least right now, feels like the second best choice. Maybe Razor has an argument to be just as good, but I feel like IO enabling the Razor is also a big portion of the games where Razor looked unstoppable. So yeah, IO always going to be banned. Chen does get removed, so yeah, and you take away the Tiny. What is it going to be? The Timber first phase.
This is smart. You take away the Lesh, and now you take Timber for yourself. Meaning that two of the heroes that MOUZ are very confident with, Timber they can even play on both the mid lane and the off lane, you have taken out. So I like this approach. This is actually quite smart.
So what are the heroes that MOUZ gets countered by? Oh, you mean they play Timber? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, they play Timber.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you were gonna, because they play CK, and I think it's a good response to the CK. It's also pretty good against DK that's still left in the pool. Not sure MOUZ is super willing to pick it up, but in general, Timbersaw always a good matchup against those heroes and can be flexing 2 lanes, so I like it as well.
What's even the first pick now for MOUZ? Is it like a support? Do you just straight up pick something
Hoodwink,
like a
maybe?
Hoodwink, Dark Willow?
Yeah, I think both look good. Oh!
Let's go!
All right,
Let's go.
he has that crazy facet, right? You get money and then you sell whatever thing you have and you get a lot of gold.
Yep. And then, so Bengen has played so many games of Witch Doctor. He has played 5, 60% win rate. Maledict now, it applies damage instantly. So it is, I think in general it is the same as it used to be. But overall, it is the type of hero, if you go for the Maledict route, you have chances of killing the Timbersaw in the lane. I love this.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. All right. What is... So you have 3 facets, first of all. I'm assuming he's gonna get the Cleft Death, but... But the
What?
most important
No.
part... What?
Oh yeah, you're right.
You
I
have
thought
3.
so. Great. Oh, so his innate ability is the item
Yeah.
that you saw. I thought it was one of the facets.
No, it's not. So for the viewers watching here, every time, like you start with this neutral item, and when you die, 100% of the gold lost from death is going to be added. So the more you die, the more you I guess get this gold, and it also gives you passive gold, just like a oh my god, what's the name of the neutral?
Gris.
The one that, no, the name of the neutral gives you gold.
Really? Really? Harry
I don't
Potter,
know.
Andy?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening. But yeah,
Philosopher's Stone.
you get
Philosopher's
passive
Stone.
gold from that, and it's very interesting. I have not seen this in a professional game, and it's gonna be cool. It's definitely gonna be cool. You might just get gold from an Aghanim Scepter out of nowhere, and then like that's the thing. It is in your neutral slot, so you kind of want to sell it early because as the time passes, you get better neutrals. But at the same time, the more time it passes, the more gold you acquire. it's interesting to see when he's gonna give up and sell it.
You know that they changed the Philosopher's Stone in Harry Potter to Sorcerer's Stone? I don't
really?
know. I don't know how they changed it in the movies. Like, how did they edit the audio or whatever? But yeah, it's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stones nowadays.
Okay, that's weird.
They didn't want
Why
to get sued by Valve. I think that's the idea, right? Because Valve has the has the
Valve
rights to
invented the philosophers. Yeah, Valve invented philosophy.
Exactly,
probably
exactly. Like Greeks take a step down. Valve is here.
Okay, so Ursa getting banned. I do like that from Secret. Definitely a hero that seems pretty strong, and maybe you can even pick it on 17. So they're afraid of letting you through. They're gonna get that
There's the
Mireska
Willow.
you talked about. Okay.
Yep. It's good versus the Timbersaw in general, right? It doesn't matter if you have the Witch Doctor or not, and it gives you some team fight. If Secret want to go for a Phoenix, it's good versus the two MOUZ heroes. I don't know how good it is with the Timbersaw, though.
I mean, it's fine. You have the Sunray. You also... They don't really have good heroes to kill the egg on the side of MOUZ just yet. And you also have like a lot of damage on the Willow, but they're gonna get... Alright, yeah, that's a hero Shishak looked really good yesterday with.
Easy to steal the Death Ward if it does come to it. Paralyzing Cask deals more damage each bounce, so that you just becomes what it used to be. Yeah, we'll
that's
see
a
what,
bad one. I'm not sure I like that one.
And even Voodoo Restoration, it stops the heal from Voodoo Restoration. It just doesn't heal any longer and only deals damage. I don't know how much I like this.
Yeah, I think Left Def is definitely the most basic one. I think like the most stable one is probably the way
Are
to say
we
it.
going to see the kinetic fence? It's a really cool thing. Did you try it out in the lobby? If somebody is trying to run away versus a Disruptor, they are not running away, and it's not only because of the glimpse.
Well, don't wanna make you doubt yourself, but the wing rate of kinetic fence is 40% right now.
Because they don't know how to use it. Puppy's a big Disruptor player. Now he's going to be showing that 40% is every single time that Puppy played it.
Okay, well, Thunderstorm has a 50% win rate. And by the way, it actually already worked that way. Disruptor had a bug. So, well, I guess they just introduced the bug officially now. This Disruptor
I think it's supposed to work that way. It wasn't a bug. It was a feature.
No. Okay, yeah, sure. It was a feature. All right. I like Disruptor pick. This is not a hero we see a lot because usually Shadow Demon is going through, Tusk goes through, but they already picked both of their supports, and now you need to pick a hero like Jug that has a way to deal with the Glimpse, which is nice. If they didn't ban Ursa, you could have probably picked Ursa here in 18 for Secret. I wonder what the counter matchup they're gonna choose against this Jug.
I would like a Slark, but I just don't see Crystallis playing it at all.
Yeah. I like this Lark. I think it's actually really good this game. Like, you don't care about the Witch Doctor that much. You don't care about the Willow that much. Ooh. Oh, I mean, Slark's so good now.
Please
just get the shard. Yeah.
Yeah, just get the shard and the Legion Commander doesn't do anything. Though, what we have learned from the previous game is that you might not even need a Slark shard to play versus the Legion Commander, right? Because it doesn't get any duels.
I think the problem with this Lark pick here is that if Ursa doesn't beat LC in lane, Slark's gonna get absolutely demolished. Yes, he has the HP regen now, so you get a little bit more regen. But your base regen is trash. Okay. I don't hate this.
I have seen Juggernauts crush the Medusa. I don't know about this. Doesn't
I don't
move too
hate
much.
it. Do I like it is a different question. But I guess, it's a hero that's not going to care about the Legion. It's just going to get its farm. And they didn't want
Doesn't care about the Witch Doctor either.
Yeah, exactly. I just feel like it's a very passive draft. The only hero that can play super aggressive is the Timbersaw. Hopefully, the other hero they pick is also going to be able to trade more tempo here for Secret. Because they felt very passive in game 2.
I would put this Timber mid, not gonna lie. First of all, Maledict and Spin can kill you. Second of all, I think he needs to be able to kill people, right? Because if you're not getting that first kill in a fight, and the Timbersaw is capable of that, I don't know if you're going to be getting a mid laner that is capable of that as well, then the glimpse will have its merit. But if you don't get that first hero and don't have the chase with the glimpse, then this lineup of Secret is going to be very passive.
Yeah, I know. What is the... Okay, so in the scenario you put this Timber mid, what's the off lane that enables the aggression you want and that can lane against this Jug?
Okay, Axe just got banned out. Let's see Boom's heroes. Slardar is in the pool. Darkseer is actually okay, because he's going to be shoving out the waves. He's a good counter to the Juggernaut in general in the game. He gives you a lot of teamfight later on to play around the Medusa, gives you late game even if, and counters the Juggernaut there as well with the Ominous Dash going on to Illusions. And I think it actually makes sense to go that route. It makes the Medusa a lot more mobile.
Yeah, I like that as well. I think you're gonna be able to... She doesn't really care about Iron Shell, but Timber does, and you can enable him in the early fights. He might struggle against this Witch Doctor, though. I wonder how strong he will feel with this Maledict and the Juggernaut.
Surge.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Darkseer seems okay. They can't really pick any of the spell mechanic in the lane already because they need to pick a mid lane for MOUZ. Darkseer seems okay. If they don't want to go that route, maybe you can pick what?
Ember that he played, an offlane Ember. I know you hate it. It's a crappy Ember game. You don't care. These heroes don't care about it. You have press the attack, you have spin, you have Shadow Realm as well. He's not going to be... I think this is Darkseer or Doom. It has to be Darkseer or Doom. Those two, nothing else is, I think, even being considered.
Yeah, I think they're probably trying to figure out the mid laner that would be the strongest against this Timber if they want to place in the mid lane. I do like the Caudle ban. What else would you take away? So no Monkey King, no Ursa, no...
How about an Arc Warden? You ban out the Arc Warden here because Supreme... Does he play it? I think he does. Hasn't played it recently. Maybe an SF.
Oh yeah, Shadow Fiend. Oh, they took with the Zeus.
I saw this.
It's aggressive, and he does give a lot of vision for Glimpse.
He dies in the lane.
Just get the facet that gives you Knight during the lane.
What?
Right? Yeah, you have a facet that inverts Night and Day. So you get the extra HP regen, you get the extra move speed, and you can lane against the Jug.
Yep, let's go. Let's go. That makes a lot of sense. There will be a Supreme Death Prophet, so they want to be pushing down the towers a little bit. I really like what you said for the Night Stalker. Let's see if he did get that facet.
Yeah, he got it. He got it.
Yep, that's genius, and I love it. Plus, the night now lasts 15 seconds longer. Does that mean that the night is gonna be until 5:15, and then day is gonna be until 10, and then again 10:15, or is it just gonna change things overall?
I had no idea what you're talking about, but going back to this Death Prophet on Supreme, I think this is a hero that he really likes playing that I have no idea how strong it is right now. Like, I took a look on the facets and everything. There's not that much burst damage on Secret, which is why I think DP can be a really good 24 pick. But I have my doubts. I have not seen this hero working whatsoever. So this is going to be a test for me on how much I rate that Prophet. I see the value of increasing the pace of the game. You don't want this to be too late, or else the Deuce can definitely become a problem for you. Especially if this is the new Juggernaut that doesn't have a lot of cast range on his ulti. But looking at Secret, I think their draft might be more reliable. Like, I look at those heroes, I know what they're supposed to do, and I know what they can do. And looking... I just look at this Death Prophet, and I still have my doubts, basically.
Yeah, and also, she went for the Suppress facet. I wanted to see the big spirits facet. For people that don't know, when a hero dies, you get like a big spirit charge, and then you have this exorcism spirit that is much stronger than a standard one, which is kind of cool. But no, he went for the silence slows. Not sure how to feel about that one.
Yeah, we'll see. And that's pretty much what he already used to do, which is one of the reasons I didn't like this Death Prophet. It feels like you're not getting anything, whereas a lot of heroes got a lot of stuff for free. And look at that. rotation.
Let's get into the game. Let's get into the game because things could get really, really problematic here for Crystalis. Nope, not gonna be the case. We're still waiting on. Yep, the pages to turn there took some time, but here we are, Bowie. Nobody has died. Wards in the mid lane have been placed, and that is about it when it comes to the start of the game. Odds again favoring Secret a little bit more than in the previous game, and considering from what you were saying, I would assume that you agree that they're having a little more of a chance this time around.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. This DP hero, I don't know. Sometimes it looks amazing. Sometimes it looks so bad, and you don't get move speed from EXO anymore. Yeah, your Witchcraft gives you move speed, but it seems like the ramp up super slow.
We are gonna have a fight here, and there's gonna be a spin on Puppey, taking a lot of damage. Benga dropping low as well.
Oh,
there
nice
will be a
Bramble.
beautiful Bramble. One more hit. Only gets the first blood. Now looking towards Boom with the blood grade. They might actually bring him down. Oh no, it's nighttime. What are we gonna do versus a vampire? We're gonna stake him through the heart. And Yilnit, he doesn't have a wooden one, but this is a pretty sharp sword. Pretty good at making that happen. So you get the first blood on Ulnit. A beautiful start, especially with Boom starting off so low in HP.
Oh, for sure. He does have
But
that
they're gonna go
extra-
for him again on bottom. Oh, he's gonna be fine.
They even TP Puppey here to try to stop this aggression. Can they
Bottom
do anything,
lane.
though?
Ah, there
Yeah,
it is.
glimpse.
Slow is there. Narman gonna get pulled back. A couple of more hits and he's gone. Didn't even want to use the Fairy Fire. Understandable. Wouldn't have helped him to live.
Yeah.
Are we
they
seeing a
can
tri-lane
just,
versus tri-lane? Is this really happening?
I think Crystalis is gonna struggle if that happens. Like, he range hero, tanking a lot of creeps in the top lane. It can be pretty hard. I feel like Force is gonna get a lot out of this tri-lane. Like, you already have this Night Stalker having nighttime laning stage. I don't think you need a tri-lane, and yeah, Puppey will make his way towards the top side.
Smart move. But yeah, it would have been a big problem for Crystalis. Overall though, Medusa is a relatively self-sustaining hero in a 1 versus 1, but it is not something you want to go for. A bad start for a Night Stalker. If you invert night and day, you expect to at least win the laning stage, which hasn't happened thus far. What I wanted to ask you, but I kind of answered the question there when I looked at the facet. So you just increase the duration of night by 15 seconds and decrease the duration of the day. I thought that maybe the day remains the same duration and the night is increased by 50 seconds, but no.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty good. It's definitely pretty good. Especially in lanes you think are going to be hard. But now this Jug gets first blood. He gets boots at minute 1. And it definitely makes this lane still losable. Especially once Bangan gets his level 3 with the Maledict. That's when you got to be careful here as Boom.
What about the mid lane? What about the Death Prophet versus the Timber? So we've been looking at it for quite some time. It's relatively even. Is that how it's going to stay forever?
Yeah, I think if the Timber gets level 6 before the DP, there's some kill potential. I doubt this DP can kill the Timber, unless he doesn't get a single point in Timber Ching, which he already has. So Corden should be extremely okay in this matchup.
That's how it's gonna be. Top lane, Crystalis farming okayish, but Forms is farming better so far. Is that to be expected? Is DLC just gonna be winning this lane?
Yeah, I mean, there was the first like minute and a half that he just got to free farm, and I think he... Oh, what the hell happened there?
He lifted him with the telekinesis.
Okay. Yeah, the DLC should definitely win. Like, if he's winning against Ursus, he's definitely going to beat the Medusa. But at the end of the day, DLC also doesn't pressure the Medusa that much, and I think that's what Secret wants. They want this game to be passive on Crystalis, but now they have tools, being Boom and Corden, to play more aggressive in the mid game, which they definitely like game 2.
That was such a mistake from Ulnit, allowing his healing ward to die. That's it was just an easy grab for Shishak. Extra gold, and you make sure that the enemies aren't healing any longer. They did get a lot of HP back, but still, it is a solid amount of gold into the hands of the Rubik. So far, only 1 kill on each side. It all happened there around the bottom lane with that early chase and the 3 versus 3 start. But other than that, Bo, it's pretty passive. So when does that change? And
Now.
maybe now
Level
with
3.
Boom taking some damage, Maledict He's not gonna die, but will take a decent amount of damage. Bengen, however, might be in trouble himself with the Night Stalker being zoned out by the Juggernaut. He has those boots, as you mentioned, and Olnit is really, really capitalizing on the first blood that he got.
Very scary. I mean, they tried to go with the wave pretty pushed in. I think if it was closer to their side, maybe they get that kill. But regardless, no, the Night Stalker is surviving the lane, which is all he needs, honestly. This Night Stalker just wants... Have you seen the new eggs, by the way? The Eternal Silence?
Yes. It's awesome.
I think
it
it's
is so
very good. This might be a game where Jug needs to buy BKB if he goes this route.
I think even in general you need to buy a BKB versus a Night Stalker some of the games, but yeah. Or just hope for multiple Force Staffs, I guess. It's still not a reliable way to go about it. At some point you're gonna need the BKB for sure.
Yeah, I think BKB is definitely good. And if you're going BKB against the Medusa is always going to be happy. Usually when Jugs out-farm, out-carry the Medusa is about getting like insane amount of damage with a very greedy build. So I think this plays off of what Secret wants, but look at that rotation. Corden
he
might
went through
die.
the brambles again. He
Yeah.
just used the Timber Chain through the brambles. The thing is, it was only level 1, so low range, and that was the only tree that he could go for. So I don't know if it was intentional, but the brambles were placed perfectly.
Supreme gets his 6 off of that and could potentially use that catapult to force the mid tower. We'll see what Secret's gonna try and do about that, as Boom has to crawl his way back to his base very slowly.
Usually I want to say, oh, it's fine, it's after minute 5, so it's nighttime, you can go to base and you're gonna have more movement speed in general for every hero, but especially for the Night Stalker. Not in this game. You wanted to invert day into night or night into day, and now you're paying the price of it.
Oh, rune bottom side, so Supreme gets unlucky, and a haste from here for Corden. Could be very useful once he gets his 6's. Boom, oh
Is
no.
Boom gone? He's gone, and he just TP'd. This Night Stalker is having the worst lane of his life. They don't even look at him. He explodes to the Maledict. They are doing a hell of a job with the siege creep coming over. You might even need to use the glyph for this tower not to take a massive amount of damage.
Yeah, and Supreme could even force that mid lane tower as well. Yeah, they have to send 2 supports to defend this. And it's good that they send them because it was in a position where they could try and steal the Wisdom Rune as well. So Secret will secure that. Yeah, you're gonna weaken your other lanes, but losing the Wisdom Rune now could be super problematic.
Especially with these 2 heroes. Actually, the Exorcism is being used on the bottom lane. They might even run towards these 2 supports. Yeah, Supreme is coming.
Boy.
You have the glimpse to take him away. Narman is still here. Yolnit running in as well. Doesn't have his level 6 just yet. Boom. There will be
Bengen
protecting the Wisdom Rune. Bengen lifted up into the... onto the cliff there. Shishak doing that for the 2nd time in this game. Still not enough to apply pressure on the bottom lane in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, they... will they defend this? It feels like they will be able to take it at the end of the day. Yeah, this healing ward makes Supreme very tanky. And there we have it.
And they're gonna be going forward with the Bramble Maze. Puppey is looking like he's in trouble. Will overlap with their spells. Still, even catching those Brambles isn't going to be enough for Secret's heroes to die.
Yeah, another thing about this Death Prophet I didn't mention is having the Juggernaut alongside the DP is what makes it better, this game. Because not only you have the Dispel of the LC, but you have the Healing Ward, allowing Supreme to be much tankier than normal. So not only Secret doesn't have that much burst damage, but the only hero that can reliably kill the Healing Ward is also the Medusa. I guess there's going to be a super strong timing with MOUZ being at 2025 by having Supreme Healing Ward level 4.
Okay, Rune Corden. There will be
Oh,
a
oh,
glimpse.
no.
Oh, that was the
No.
worst glimpse ever. This is the situation where Puppey is not gonna be happy with what he did to his mid lane. That is so unfortunate.
Yeah, that was really sad. He griefed the hell out of Corden there.
Oh boy, that's like, Corden, why did you Timber Chain forward? That's what you do. You're the captain. You need to be the one asserting dominance. You're the one that's always right.
It was obviously better to Timber Chain to the enemy side so I could glimpse him. Well, anyways, Force having a pretty good game. Going for the same build here, rushing the Blink Dagger. Do they have a lot of burst damage with the duo?
How they do?
I guess they do have Willow. That does help.
And ward. I mean, even the ward from the Witch Doctor is quite strong.
Yeah, but in general, the LC is gonna blink 1200 range away, right? So you don't have a lot of cast range on
Yep.
the spells. I guess the Willow does have it because you can just throw the Will-O-Wisp, not Will-O-Wisp, the
Bedlam.
Willow thingy, Bedlam. Yeah.
What is the name of the wisp of Nereska? Do you know?
Oh, it's not called Mereska?
Nereska is the hero.
I don't know what you're talking about. Puppy.
Okay, Bowie, let's go. Trivia once again, right?
Uh-huh.
The little wisp that Dark Willow has as a pet that actually does all of her damage for her. What is he called?
I don't know. What's the name?
Jex. It's Jex. You know, it says, let's go, Jex. Let's
Right.
kill
I
the
mean,
Jex.
I don't play Willow, bro. I'm a normal person. I'm not like those weirdos on Reddit that just keep writing fan fiction for Willow. I'm just a normal guy. I want to
you
play
need to know
my
Jex.
my
Jex
race
is
king,
my
my
bro.
manly heroes.
Okay, Wraith King manly hero. He's old bones, doesn't have any muscles. If that's manly to you, you know, that's fine. As there will be nighttime once again, 10 minutes in. Let's see if Boom on his Night Stalker is going to be able to do anything about it. He doesn't even have level 6, so I doubt that's going to be the case.
Yeah. How do you enable this Night Stalker now? You need. I guess you do level 6 with Puppy, but he's level 4 as he really got a good glimpse. Alright,
Yep.
that's a good kill.
Very nice burst there onto him. They didn't even have a vision under the tower, so they just ran towards him. Nicely done by Secret. I think it's not about you enabling the Night Stalker, but Night Stalker enabling your Timber Saw. He gives vision for the glimpses and for the Timber Saw to do the burst damage.
Yeah, but he's in the jungle right now. When he's gonna feel comfortable being there to give vision?
Yeah, that's a question that Boom is gonna have to answer himself. He's gonna have to find a way to be useful in this game, considering that his laning phase went super badly. But to be honest, he's not that far behind this LC, so we'll see if he can make something happen.
I think the LC just rushes the blink though. It's easier for the LC with Mining to feel useful. I do like the Mage Layer Boom is queuing up. I think it's amazing against Death Prophet. Not that great against LC in the Jug. So maybe he's gonna change his mind. The magic resistance is obviously great against all the supports of MOUZ though.
You're scared of the Maledict. You just need to have some magic resistance. You are tanky in itself. You have a lot of HP, but sometimes that backfires when you're up against the Maledict.
Yeah, very true. Shishak stealing the Crypt Swarm there. Very strong spell for Rubik to have. And
Really big.
yeah, I mean, another pretty slow game. I have a feeling this benefits MOUZ for now, but they need to start exploding. Like, they need to start forcing things a bit more. That mid tower is probably their next stop.
I mean, it's benefiting the Medusa so far. She's at the top of the network chart. I don't know if that continues once the Jug finishes off his Battle Fury, and he's getting close.
Yeah, exactly. They're also going to get Blink. They already have Blink on the Legion Commander. They're actually hiding the Blink on the Courier. And they find the Jug. This is huge.
Goodbye. There it is. Boom.
Good ward.
That ward was placed by Puppy just a couple of minutes ago, maybe a minute ago. And I guess they wanted to make sure that Boom can have some impact, and there it is. Now maybe they can go for Crystallis. You don't go through that mana with these two.
Yeah, especially closer to tier 2 tower. He will realize something's up. TP to the triangle.
Penguin
Supreme going
is not playing this Witch Doctor well. He's not dying too much to increase the Gris.
Yeah, why isn't he dying more? He has 337 gold. And he's actually accumulating more over time. Okay, so I thought that GPM was accumulating as normal gold, but it's actually accumulating on Gris itself.
This is a very dead Puppy. He's gonna be giving a duel. There it is, the innate ability of the Disruptor pushing the Legion Commander away, but it's not that big of a push. Does it push everybody, or just the guy that is getting the hit in to go through that 400 damage?
I think it's the last instance of damage that accumulated the 400.
Oh, all nearby enemies. Okay, so everybody gets pushed that is close to him. Okay. I thought it was just the guy that dealt.
No, yeah, but you need to be in the radius, right? So
Yeah, okay. 250, right?
400.
400 is the push, but 250 is the radius.
No, it's the damage.
No. Oh.
It's 400 radius, 400 distance, 250 damage.
50 damage. Oh, that's actually
Yeah.
a pretty low amount of damage with only 4 seconds cooldown.
Well, I mean, he has 846 HP. So at the end of the day, it's like 3 times that he can push. And I think it has... Yeah, it has a cooldown of 4, so probably just dies before a second push being applied.
Yeah, we need to get all of those little things up in our heads. It's gonna take some time, but obviously we're gonna be getting there. As we see a pause, there is an exorcism in the mid lane. Meanwhile, Secret are trying to open up the map themselves. They get one tower that's not gonna be too bad. At least they're gonna be protecting their triangle and the graveyard area a little bit better for the Medusa.
Yeah. Crystal has already benefited from the little stacks that there were in the triangle. He's level 12. He is gigantic, and that's kind of what we alluded to. Yes, the Legion Commander is a strong laner, but does really pressure the Dusa. Dusa gets to play the first 13 minutes, you know, as if it was a Final Fantasy game. And with this Manta, pretty much, it's actually being delivered to Crystallis right now. You're going to be able to split push the lanes. The shove on the side of MOUZ is pretty bad, whereas I think the shove from Secret is much better. You have Timber, you have Dusa Illusions, you have Disruptor plus Rubik. It might be hard for MOUZ to force this game as much as they want to.
Did you see the line that Puppy drew? It was, guys, we protect the tier 2 in the mid lane, in the bottom lane, and everything else, just give it to them and farm this area. I think that's what he wanted to say. Whoever comes here, they just die for the time being.
Yeah,
or maybe he was just scribbling on the map. Who knows? We're just creating a story here.
Just drawing bananas on the mini-map. But I think that's pretty much their plan. Looking at their heroes, looking at the state of the game, like, this Night Stalker got that 1 kill, but now Dark Ascension is on cooldown. You can't really force any fights, even though it is nighttime. But to MOUZ, I really feel like their timing is minute 15 forward. You're going to have Kai on the Death Prophet. You're going to have Blink Blade Mayo on this Legion. And sure, there's going to be like 1 Dark Ascension usage, but overall, I don't think Secret's going to have all of their tools to deal with the aggression. If they will be able to take tier 2 towers, then it's a different question.
I have a question though. Juggernaut wants a Sanjan Yasha, and I don't see much usefulness of the status resistance in this game. On pause?
It is definitely not a great... I guess Stone Gaze is the only thing, right?
Oh, I'll need to
Everything else
misclick
is-
the F9 button. That's it happens.
Okay.
Has it ever
Yeah, I
happened
guess...
to you?
Not really. When I press pause, it's usually to tilt the enemy side, so it is not a misclick. It's usually very intentional.
Okay.
And I
okay,
follow that
wow.
with an XD or some sort of, gaming lingo.
Okay. Makes sense. Are we gonna go?
There you go.
Yep, we are gonna go. Look at Bengen. He's a level 30 Witch Doctor. Oh boy.
Sheesh.
Manta done on the Medusa. That is a big deal, right? If the Legion Commander jumps in and you get the Manta off, you are gonna be able to Stone Gaze. That immediately stops any kind of aggression.
Yeah, they don't have that much burst damage. There's no Mystic Flare, no Jakiro OT or something of that sort that could go through the Stone Gaze. Yeah, I mean, they have to start increasing the pace here. Secret is actually out-farming MOUZ, and they definitely outscale MOUZ, especially when you have a lineup with LC, like you want to be getting to the victory, which, by the way, Force has too, so don't get me wrong. He's already way further ahead than Boom was in Game 2, but you need more.
And that was a 40-minute game.
Yep.
But he had 1 duel victory. Maybe he had 1 duel victory and 1 duel loss.
And the
that he,
shard.
gave
No.
away.
Yeah, but he had the shard, right? That's why it was 18, I think.
Sure. Still, you can at least... You're gonna buy the shard in this LC as well, right? At some point.
Definitely. Yeah, pretty slow game, but now nighttime is gonna be over. Let's go, MOUZ. It is time to showcase what this DP is about. Like, this DP is just not a hero that wants to play passive. Just doesn't farm super fast. And just doesn't benefit as much as a Timbersaw would from farm, I think.
He did press his ulti every single time that it was off cooldown, so he has definitely been doing a decent job thus far.
Yeah, it's just that the Jug doesn't want to accompany all of that. Like, every Jug that I watched,
We'll see if that does happen. And here we have the 1xbet kill race. Of course, if our viewers want to participate in it, either you scan the QR code or you go to 1xbet_esports on X, and you can make sure that you win some awesome prizes here, Bowie. As
no secret.
let's see. Are they gonna be able to do anything with it? Dark Willow, Shadow Realm, TP out. They would need a Timber Saw to do the massive amounts of damage, and he just wasn't there in time.
Alright, Bangan has 392 in his Grizz Gold. Not sure if it's gonna keep on increasing, but so far only one death. Definitely not getting full value out of that innate ability.
I still get the gold that you lose into it, so it's fine if you're not dying. I just that's how I understood it. If you have like 5 gold and you die, lose that 5 gold, you only get 5 gold, not the amount that you would have lost if you had more.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, boom. You're looking for him, but he is going to be okay.
He was understanding they're coming for him. When you kill a guy so many times, at some point he starts to understand how you want to operate.
Does have only one death, so despite the struggles in the beginning of the game, still having an okay time. He's the lowest net worth, but you know, LC is 300 gold ahead. It's pretty much no difference whatsoever.
He only died? No, actually he wasn't the one who died for the first blood. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
So
it
it
was
is
Rubik,
only
right?
that one rotation. Yeah, that only one rotation that they got him. Blade Mail is done on the Legion Commander. The thing is, Blade Mail isn't that good with the duel in this game. In Secret, they go for a smoke once again. Who do they get, though? They see their enemies. Force. Can they stop him? Nah, they don't stop him. Away. Terrorize there. But they do have the glimpse, so they have found him. Pops the blade mail. That's what it's good for. Worse is the Timber Saw. Here comes the Chakram. It's gonna be flying around. One more Timber Chain gets taken out. MOUZ. They lose 2. Secret. Very nice rotation into their own triangle to protect it.
Yeah, you know, the positioning of MOUZ around the map is pretty weird. They're going super aggressive in the triangle. This Witch Doctor is showing mid for some reason. I don't know what they expected off of that, and you know, Secret just punishing, and that's it. They don't have to be aggressive at all. They go for this Dark Ascension moves, and they can chill. And it's on MOUZ to punish this cooldown, and they haven't been able to in the last like 8 minutes.
Still, MOUZ are ahead with a 1k gold lead, and the Juggernaut is getting ahead of the Medusa. So maybe that's the idea. Send some people to stop the Medusa from farming, and then get the Juggernaut super strong into later portions of the game where you can maybe... You know, in the ultra late game, I think the Juggernaut still takes the Medusa.
Alright, I know why the Sanjin Yasha was purchased by this Onit Juggernaut. So, Brubik's gonna steal duel, and then he's gonna have the increased debuff
Okay,
amp.
yeah, okay.
And he's gonna go Scepter.
Low priority, enjoy single draft, Bowie. I actually can't believe that I got super excited about what you were gonna say to me.
Well, they're gonna get this Roshan for free. Looks like no Dark Ascension. I do like this for MOUZ. Instead of pressuring in a lane, instead of forcing a move, we can just get Rosh here. Now, who gets it? I think Jug uses it better, but at the same time, it's Supreme that wants to play more aggressive.
I think Jug takes it and he uses it to be more aggressive in terms of his positioning around the map. And then Secret might just feel that they don't want to even try to push him out of the lane. I actually like that. Whereas the duel, Bedlam doesn't really do all that much damage with the press. The attack stolen by the Rubik Static Storm as well, protecting their Timber Saw as much as they can. Stolen Curse Crown as well. And that is finally going to be a dead Timber Saw. Also, they found the Rubik onto the other side as well, only finding an angle at which he's going to be able to Omni Slash him to death.
Yeah, unfortunate because the Timber had a great healing Lotus, but felt like he wouldn't survive even if he cast it, so does die in the end. No dual damage, but MOUZ finally being more aggressive, and Dark Ascension is back here with Blink Dagger being up for Boom, so they can pretty much kill anyone that's out of position. There is no Glimmer Cape. There is one Force Staff on Bangan. That's the only protection they have against the Creeping Fear.
Medusa Butterfly, that is a big deal. You can most definitely defend this tower if you want to.
Yeah, they don't even send her yet, but yeah, once he decides, okay, finally, TP.
Balance, trying to get that war down. The sentry will die first. There's gonna be another sentry, so MOUZ will get pushed back anyways. You want the clips? Boom is there. Given vision. Cordon a little bit too deep. No, way too deep. God, without your mid laner, where's your damage? Curse Crown onto the Night Stalker. Stolen Crypt Swarm. That's gonna be us. No, actually, it's the Spirit Siphon on Shishak, so not gonna be all that much damage. Ooh, trying to be annoying. Crystal is running in. Silence onto multiple heroes. Nope, with the press the attack. Supreme is gonna be fine. Now, Boom is the one that has the flyway on it. Caught. No spin at the moment. Still has the Aegis. Can they bring down the healing ward? Force jumps in, and with the blade mail off the hero, look at the cast. It's just bouncing between them, annihilating them on that high ground. Crystallis, he looks strong, but ultimately he's gonna be losing, surrounded by so many enemy heroes. He will fight until the very end, and boom, goes into assist his buddy. With all of the mana being given back, Crystallis will ultimately still fall. It is nighttime, even though Dark Ascension has stopped the Terrorize completely off the mark, and this Night Stalker will survive, but at the cost of his scary. He wants to steal the Wisdom Rune. Nice TP from DLC that will prevent that from happening. A complete disaster for Secret.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised Secret tried to take that fight against an Aegis with the Timbersaw dead from the beginning. Obviously, this Medusa is super strong, but they didn't have the cooldowns, they didn't have the manpower. And MOUZ, they're gonna solidify their position very hard here.
Medusa
not only
damage.
Oh lord. I mean, it's a lot of damage, but you gotta kill people. It's not about the size of it, it's about how many people you kill. And it was pretty much 0, because I think the kill was actually Night Stalkers.
Yep. He went in, used that void, but still, it's not. I can understand why Secret did it. It's what their lineup does. Chase the enemy's duel will be used as a Timbersaw caught once again. Corden just hasn't been having a game. It won't be a duel victory, but he will still die a painful death. Stolen overwhelming odds by the room, but he's really not gonna be getting close to use that properly.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, what were they even fighting for? Like, they have Aegis. And yeah, you can see the odds here. They're looking really good for MOUZ. But, you know, your tier 2 tower was 3,000 range away from that fight. Like, if they wanted to defend the tower, they could have just pushed MOUZ away. I think they just dove way too much, basically.
Yep, Secret were overdoing it 100%, and that cask on the high ground is so good. It almost prevented the Medusa from using the Manta. If that hadn't happened, would have been an even easier fight, which is hard to imagine. Tormentor even gonna be stolen right now, so who gets the lucky shard? It will be Bengen. Voodoo Switcheroo will be coming into play.
Very good against.
He still hasn't eaten Grizz.
Yeah, 688. He's getting there.
When do you think he eats it?
Probably tier 3. I think it depends on... It's like a huge combination, right? It depends on the neutral that he gets. Like the possibilities of neutral that he gets. And whether he's close from an item or not. He's actually going Heaven's Halberd. Pretty cool against the Deuce. I love it.
Oh, they are stealing the Tormentor? They're gonna need time to heal up. Their tier 3 is gone. Their Raxes are gonna be gone as well. Secret, what are you doing?
Well, Shishash has a shard now. Is this going to matter?
Awesome, let's go. He can reposition his teammates, just throw them into death, it seems. Olned still has the Aegis for another 10 seconds. Needs to be careful. He might get silenced up if he dies after it, but he's still very tanky. One more hit. Is it gonna fall? There it is. Rax is gone. Time to run. Aegis expires. They do have vision with the nighttime. The silence on all 4 of them. Where's the glimpse? You might want to get on the big hero, but a silence from the other side. The Omni Slash, the unluckiest jumps in the world. Voodoo Switcheroo, Bengen surviving that. It's gonna be a stolen cast. We need to be looking out for this one. There's the cast. It's gonna be quite nice. No, the creeps. They are really hating on both teams right now, taking away those big spells.
I mean, MOUZ so happy with that fight. You get the barracks, you lose one Witch Doctor, and you even kill this Night Stalker at the end with the OT being used on top of it. So there's no aggression possible for Secret, and that's with daytime. Wait, is it? I'm not even sure anymore because everything's weird. So yeah, daytime coming, which means... Oh man, which means MOUZ can keep it up. They can go for tier 2s. They can even poke high ground if they want to.
That was only a Swiss Slash though from the Juggernaut, so not that big of a deal that he jumped to the side. Would have been a bummer if it was the Omni Slash, but they're going for it. And 10 seconds is daytime.
not close to the Scotty just yet, so all of the healing from this DP and this Jug, they don't have the damage to burst through those heroes, and that was the timing MOUZ was aiming for. And once again, Secret unable to fight the MOUZ aggression or even create aggression of their own to stop that from happening.
Oh, MOUZ really want to get their revenge match versus Boom Esports. And this might be a reverse sweep that we're looking at here, Bowie, because MOUZ, they have all of the things they need to win this game.
They really do. Will this high ground be punished? Still 35 seconds for the Dark Ascension. This is a hard fight. Oh, Supreme.
He's just baited him, and they thought for a second they could kill him. Goodbye, mana. You have been farming for the entirety of the game on the Medusa, and he just dies. 60 seconds on the sideline. Supreme running forwards, taking their souls and taking their spot against Boom Esports, taking their spot from the playoffs for sure. A Secret losing a second lane of racks and looking helpless underneath the might of MOUZ.
That was a clutch Second Interceptor bot purchase on Force. They were expecting to glimpse the duel, but unfortunately, that magic immunity there preventing the glimpse. And this is bad. They're gonna lose Boom as well.
Tries to run away. The Mallet is there. Undeniably that he's gone. Does have a buyback. Maybe, just maybe he can do something in this fight while the Dark Ascension is still active. Secret, they call it. They know it's over. Shishak is doing his best, spamming out the enemy spells. But Secret are out of the tournament.
Hey, MOUZ growing a lot through this tournament. I think they struggled against Boom. But yeah, when it mattered, it looks like they had the better ideas. Even losing the first game against Secret, I thought, you know, at a point there, it felt like Secret was going to 2-0 this. But a lot of mental fortitude from MOUZ. Can they take it against Boom? Because they were watching. They know everything they learn, everything they're doing. So definitely kind of a favorable position for Boom, even considering that they did beat them yesterday. But yeah, MOUZ definitely has their fangs off.
Well, we'll see how it works out for Boom Esports. I mean, MOUZ are coming back from a reverse sweep. They were just one game away from being eliminated 2 games in a row. That is a lot of pressure onto you, and now you can breathe in the fresh air. This is something that can give you that wind in the back to actually win the next series as well.
Yeah, for sure. Especially against a Boom that, let's be honest, was looking a bit shaky, had their moments. But MOUZ, I think they learned a lot from that series, and they have one of the best coaches in the game. So if there's someone that can figure out Boom, that can find all of those cracks in their armor, it's going to be Immortal Faith. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting match. I did tell you, though, this one was going to be close, and we did go all 3 games. This one was kind of a stomp, but in general, still a pretty close series.
What happened to Secret, though? Let's talk a little bit about them, because we're not going to have a chance to do so in the coming days, as they are out of the tournament. The first team to leave here in Group B. What were they lacking?
I think their draft just lacked possibilities to be aggressive, right? I guess they wanted the Night Stalker to be this hero, but they fed First Blood. The Juggernaut was massive because he got First Blood and they never got to abuse that lane. And Corden, they first face his hero, right? So it's expected that he gets countered, that he doesn't have the best possible game. I think they expected more out of Boom, and unfortunately this game he wasn't able to give it to them.
Speaking of Boom, not the player, there is still one more Boom